Hello and welcome to our special 50k celebration stream, part 2. Crab with me, Luke. Crab with me.
Oh, the crab's your gimmick. I don't want to steal your gimmick.
We can crab together.
You sure? Oh, okay.
Now hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 55,000 because Luke just told me if we get to 55,000 subscribers, we'll watch the next 10 WrestleManias in sequence.
Is that what we're going to do?
Yes. We'll miss Rampage, unfortunately.
Well, do you know what? It's funny, actually. A lot of people have said, wouldn't it be hilarious if CM Punk debuted on Smackdown instead and you're there watching X8?
No. That would be incredibly trollish and break my little heart.
It would be.
I woke up this morning full of excitement and glee because of CM Punk.
We'll talk about this more on the Rampage stream because we do need to crack on with WrestleMania 18, but I had a dream about CM Punk last night. Mm-hmm. He's in my brain. So, also, audio-wise, there's a club downstairs, so you can probably hear a dum, 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 dum. Thankfully, we are louder than it. It's just going to be a nice little ambient noise to go along with this. But you know what? Let's get cracking on WrestleMania 18. Also, beer52.com/wrestle. Get yourself 10 free craft beers on us. Davis, you have the controls, I believe?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we are starting WrestleMania 18 in 3, 2, 1, press play.
We're in the Sky Dome in Toronto. Look at those graphics. We realized we set up the backlight before we put on the network, and we're like, this is the perfect color for X8. Isn't it? Green. Sorry, X7. This is the X7 color. This is gold. Blue and gold.
Why would you say? Well, I'd say that X7 is also quite blue and gold.
Oh, I'm thinking of WrestleMania 2000, aren't I? Mm. That green behind the lettering.
I did think when you were saying it earlier, I was like, I'm just going to say yes, but...
You just nodded.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm confident in that. I'll repeat it on the stream.
So we're opening up here with a very 2002 scene of Saliva, a band that were about just 2 years off the mark of being a new metal act.
That's pretty on trend for WWE though.
Well, I'd actually say, for credits to WWE, they were hot on the new metal trend.
Yes.
Of like into 99, into 2000. They actually used a System of a Down track to promote one of the pay-per-views in like 98 or 99 or something. So they were like quite hot on the button on this sort of stuff. Problem is, by 2002, everyone else was like, oh, actually, I think new metal's lame. Chocolate Starfish was basically like the death nail.
Yes,
for
they
new
killed
metal.
it.
So then when 2002 pay-per-views are still using Saliva and like Drowning Pool, and it's just like, oh, lads, we're sort of moving on from that now.
So who's making these decisions, do you think? Not Vince. And it wouldn't have been Triple H that early with System of a Down.
It would be someone who was recommending to Vince, this is who we should use. And then Vince being like, cool, that sounds great, do that.
The same way that someone says, hey, Flo Rida is available.
That's exactly it. And he's also incredibly popular, so book him. I think we should book him. Yeah, apparently there was loads of celebrities they were trying to get for SummerSlam.
I saw that crude singer, Megan Thee Stallion, I believe her name is.
Yes, and Cardi B. You are not fans of them at all, are you?
No. Letting children twerk to that sort of music? Oh, that does remind me.
You got to twerk on stream.
No, I'm really sorry to hear about your mum and her losing her job and stuff. Because only fans can't do pornographic content anymore.
Have you said that joke to a few of your
No,
friends today?
no, I read the news. I read the news today and I saw that and I just thought, I've got to make a joke about Luke's mum.
So my cameo bookings have actually dried up a little bit in the last week or so. I had like 2 in the space of a month.
Oh, so you're thinking about OnlyFans?
Well, I mean, now that I don't have to get my dick out on it and stuff, it's actually becoming a really good platform for me. But So I put up a little post today about like, hey, you can book me on Cameo.
You could threaten to put your dick on it.
So I was like,
people might pedal.
So I woke up this morning, I was like, well,
fans.
I haven't had any Cameo booking, so maybe I'll do like a post and say like, hey, book me on Cameo today. And I made a your mum joke on it, thinking that'll be the way. Watch them flood in.
Yeah.
Watch them flood in. And there's a single
edgy humour.
And I was like, man, I really thought that was going to work.
Do you want to plug it on the stream now?
Book me on Cameo. Luke OWT, I think, is what I'm under.
Luke OWT.
Yeah.
Using the old WrestleTalk IP without really saying it. Aren't you?
It's a way for people to find me.
You grubby. What a disgusting album cover for Saliva there.
Why is it a disgusting album cover?
I don't know.
Why are you so disgusted by the female form?
It's just too erotic.
I'm assuming then you're thrilled about the OnlyFans news.
Yeah.
Less crude content.
No, and I think it's a fantastic business move because then they can focus on, all the other content creators on their platform.
My wife said this to me today. She was like, is there anyone other than sex workers that use OnlyFans? I was like, probably not, because you can't even put audio on there. It's not even like
really?
It's not even like you can put it as an audio, like a podcast.
Not even
platform.
like an ASMR thing.
Well, I mean, you can probably load audio files.
Oh.
But like, you can't like create an RSS feed for people to load into their Apple Podcast devices. So it's not really then a good podcast platform, is it? At least Patreon gives you that.
I know someone who knows someone who has quite a successful OnlyFans page.
Is the person you know your sister, and the person she knows your mum?
Yeah, well, they're good. The content creation runs in the family.
She looks like Kairi Sane.
And they told me that the person who has the OnlyFans account hires someone to rate people's penises, because people send in pictures of their penises.
Yeah.
And like, rate my penis. And we were like, well, you would just give them all 10, right? Make them feel good. Or an 8, 8 to 10. And they were like, no, they want honest feedback. It's kind of like a rate my penis is like roast it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
they wanted.
I think some people like
feedback?
it. I don't know. I think that's certainly a kink, I imagine. Good luck criticizing this one, though. Sorry, sir. We are now going to have to pay you money for receiving this picture.
Oh man, I forgot this was the main event of the show.
We're watching WrestleMania X8, by the way.
Yeah, this was because,
famous for the green.
This is because we hit our MEMBERGS goal when we did our 50k stream. We were supposed to do it on that stream, but we were all too sleepy and too gassy from the and too carb heavy from the pizza. We all had dicky tums from that pizza. So we did it tonight instead of watching Smackdown, which was the original plan. We were going to watch Smackdown.
Right choice.
I think we made the right choice here.
Because Smackdown, I mean, they could put on a killer show, and I don't know if Fox allows for overruns. But if I'm Smackdown, I'm having a main event that goes 10 minutes over.
Yeah, a Roman Reigns match.
Cuts into the Rampage. Cena, Reigns, go home angle for SummerSlam, make it super big.
You need it bigger than that. You can't just have a face-to-face.
No, well, you would do something then.
I think you would need to advertise a match. Like Cena.
Oh, at the start of the show.
Cena and Finn versus Roman and Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Sasha might not be on SummerSlam now.
That's mad, that is.
So...
Oh, look.
Maybe they'll have
There's a ghost in our machine.
Rich is...
Producer Rich is...
Producer Rich, who isn't meant to be working today, but I called him just before we went live because the camera settings weren't 100% right.
I don't know what his schedule is. I swear because I said you don't have to produce this stream, the Rampage one. He'll probably open up a Word doc now and start typing to us. So maybe he's not producing this one, but he very much is doing Rampage. Yep, he's opened up a notepad.
Here we go. The thumping... ...
There's nothing we can do.
I try to...
Eke out... ...
drunk.
Rich is drunk at work? But from home.
He's at home. He's allowed to be. It's a
Not
Friday
at work, dickhead.
Enforced Entry. Banging album. That is actually sat in the office. You bought it for me for our first Christmas together as colleagues.
Like, it very much is. It's a banging match to open on. IC title match between Rob Van Dam. God, how long has this been? Has it been on 10 minutes? Nearly 9 minutes.
8 minutes 55, 56.
And we're getting our first entrance. So we've had a full Saliva song, a video package.
Very long video package.
But no anthem. Because it's in Canada. I don't know. Is that
I mean, well, that might make sense. So they got Saliva instead to do the anthem of Canada.
Was that was the anthem
I think
of Canada?
So, yeah, Make Me a Superstar by Saliva, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, here he comes. Chilly Willy Regal.
Clash of styles here, though. The flashiness of Rob Van Dam and the ground and pound of the IC champ.
I'm sure Will's thrilled about
Willie Regal.
He's thrilled about it. He's going to get kicked in the face really hard.
Is there a peep? The thumping is very loud for us.
Oh, it's so loud.
I don't know how loud it is. Literally, we work in a very cool area, unfortunately, and I had to. It's not awful, says Rich, but then he puts a load of dots afterwards.
I think that's just an editor thing, because our other editor does that. Like when they say, like he's like, oh, can you work with these rushes? They were like, yeah, I should be able to. ...
It's a snarky editor post-production thing. Never
commit. That's smart thinking. This was a really nice coffee, by the way. Thank you for making it for me.
There's 2 other coffees in the pot.
Is there?
Yeah, on the brew.
So
we're starting off with black coffee, but is this a Beer 52 stream?
Sure is.
All of them are. Beer52.com/wrestle. Go there right now, please do, for a Chicago-themed craft beer crate. UK viewers only. You just have to pay £5.95 for the postage and packaging, and then you get 10 free craft beers, a little bag of gourmet snacks, and a magazine.
He's going for the power of the punch already. He's trying to find his brass knucks. Either that or he's just having a little bit of a fondle.
He just can't control himself.
He could not get that out, could he? The referee
what else has he got down there?
The referee had to pretend to be distracted by something else.
Regal was looking for the brass knucks in his pants, like how my lady partner looks for
your penis
in my pants.
No, it's here somewhere.
My lady partner looks for her phone in her bag, which is just like, I'm like, why have you got? This is hardly fresh observational comedy, but hot take. Women should just get pockets, right?
Oh, finally! About time you're on board.
I've always been on board with
I was making this point 2 years ago, and you were making fun of me for it.
Well, the thing is that the female needs to be sexy, and they need to have the figure. But you can't have bulky things.
Can't have stuff in your pockets then. Doesn't show off the ass bill if you've got stuff in your pocket. How many signs do you think we're going to see tonight that say the ass bill?
Oh, I hope all of them.
Every single one of them.
Somehow we've trolled CM Punk's return to wrestling, where everyone has an ass sign. I'm disappointed no one's got an ass sign at WrestleMania X8. That happened 20 years ago.
Someone did have a sign that said, what? The Stone Cold Steve Austin thing, but it was crossed out and replaced with who? I was like, which is what the New Day would have as their gimmick for a little while.
On this?
Yeah, on this show, yeah. They just held it up then.
Dawn has big nips.
That guy has got a bunch of signs, and he is there it is again, actually. He is spunking all of them in these first, he's held up pretty much all of his signs he's got. Spread them out, man. It's a long show.
Brett is fat. This is Canada.
Thought yous were polite.
That looked like a kick to Regal's head there.
Sure was. Regal now. Time to stretch it
Here
out.
we go. Oh, great bump from Van Damme there. This feels like a more natural time to start watching wrestling. I don't know if I was a little bit low energy at the start of our Monday WrestleMania stream.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, because it's a good time to start watching, yeah.
I've got my beats.
Yeah, I was a bit low energy on the drive in. Because I was like, oh yeah, there he is, bloodied teeth.
Probably from that kick.
Yeah. And not even like the power of Sonic the Comic, the podcast, was like keeping me energized.
Jesus, wow.
If they can't do it. So I was like...
the talk! Oh, knees up for Rolling Thunder. So what did you use to keep yourself awake?
Well, this coffee, stressing about the stream, and I played 15 minutes of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And that made me feel pretty good. And you came in, you and I chatted away, and now we're here, and I'm all ready to go.
Because what are you doing this weekend, aside from streaming?
I'm living at the office. I didn't fancy driving back at 4 a.m. Probably, but like I wanted to finish at like
How much did an
4.
Uber cost? Did you have a look?
I don't know if an Uber will take me back to Kent.
They take you anywhere. I don't. 80% fact. If you get into an Uber and as soon as you've shut the door, they have to take you wherever you say.
Oh no, I know that because I've had when I used to live in West London.
Yeah.
We used to get like an Uber that would pick us up in like Central London and stuff, and then they would look at the postcode and be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Are you serious? You're going to take me all the way to West London on a Friday night? It's like I'm going to lose all my business.
Yeah. Well, just
because you've got one fare.
Hope you get one back. And do you just need to get loads of short trips? Is that the best way to hack Uber money making?
Let's see. Okay, right.
Because the Uber back to yours from here, your old place, used to be about 45, 50, 60 quid.
Yeah.
Riveting stuff.
It would cost £100.
Okay, it's a bit more expensive.
Yeah, £97.45.
So Luke's sleeping at the office.
I'm sleeping off. I've got an air mattress over there. I bought it yesterday, in fact. Oh, by the way, Blake.
Oh, love to see that.
Love to see a new member come in. Yeah, I'm sleeping at the office. I've got an air mattress. I've got a sleeping bag. I'm sleeping here tonight and tomorrow night after SummerSlam. I have no access to a shower. So I might be pretty stinky by the time SummerSlam rolls around.
Yeah, luckily I brought the aircon unit in though.
Oh, I'm so grateful for that. I'm actually the person I feel sorry for the most is you when we've got to do the SummerSlam review on Sunday. Because we're going to.
So I go home. I've got to come back. Oh, what you mean in the studio?
Yeah,
that's what that's for.
So that's going to be all right. You're going to be okay sat next to me, being a bit stinky.
Oh, I thought you meant. Oh God, yeah. You brought Lynx Africa though, right?
I have got some deodorant, yeah.
But it's Lynx Africa, right?
It is not Lynx Africa. Our video for the 5-star!
5-star! There it is!
He
the
hit
brass
the
nuts
5-star.
are down there. Look, they're by his knee. Did he have another pair of brass nuts?
He picked them up. 3, there it is.
Rob
Van
Van
Dam
Dam,
wins.
new Intercontinental champion, 20 years ago.
Love to see it. No, yeah, I've got some deodorant and stuff, and I can brush my teeth at the very least. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to watch a lot of Games Master and get my notes ready for my other podcast.
You've brought loads of little games in a Sainsbury's bag.
I have indeed, yeah. This was gifted to me recently.
The Sainsbury's bag?
No, well, actually it was, yeah, because a friend of mine was like, I need to get rid of my PlayStation. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, I do actually. I'm going to take it to the office. And that was all the games he gave me as well. 2 of those are mine that I brought with me.
Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Those are the ones I brought.
Tiger Woods, PGA Tour.
The Adventures of Alundra are the games that I brought. The rest of them are his.
Tomb Raider 1 through to 3. FIFA 99. Crash Bandicoot. Driver. I remember Driver. Yeah.
Yeah, right? I brought a PlayStation for the office.
Where is the PlayStation?
It's over there. I haven't set it up.
Chicken
and his smiling gimmick.
Oh, sorry, got COVID on my hand now. What a vest. It's like he's doing Matt Hardy's vest. Wait, what smiling gimmick?
So, because he was teaming with Diamond Dallas Page, and DDP was just like, it's okay. Everything's going to be great. And so he's now just like, everything's great. I'm trying to think what the catchphrase was.
Look at DDP.
He then turns on DDP.
So DDP was a good guy, Christian was a heel.
Yeah, he's just turned heel on him. After everything DDP's done for him. Because basically they were mocking DDP because DDP was like, I think I could probably help people. I think I could probably better people's lives.
Screw you,
and
DDP.
They were just like, what a knob! What an absolute tool! Let's definitely make fun of that.
Yeah, so historical context for... we've got a buffering situation.
Okay, buffering, folks.
Michael Buffer has turned up to do the ring announcing.
We've got a new member, and their name is BucksFan18.
Thanks, BucksFan18. You've got to assume the Young Bucks, right? Oof. It's a long buffer.
This might be one of those ones where it says, encountered a problem. Faster the...
We're back.
I'll do a quick time sync for everyone so we can all get back together again. So that is 19 minutes and 30 seconds is where we are currently.
I prefer an interface where when I press the play or whatever button, any button, it just comes up with the time. It doesn't pause it. So Netflix on my TV, for instance, if I press like a button on it, like OK,
yeah,
it'll just pause whatever show I'm watching.
I just remember what the catchphrase was because you just said the thing. That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, sorry, you were talking about Netflix.
But Amazon Prime, I press the button and it just tells me where I am in the thing.
That's because Amazon Prime's got more gumph around the back where it's just like, did you know? And it's got like a little factoid
this
and stuff.
person starred here.
Here's every single person that's in this scene and all of their bios.
Which one do you prefer?
This is the best Christian theme. And also, before you start anything, there's no debate about that. It's the best theme.
It's pretty banging.
So much better than any of his later ones.
Is it syncing up with downstairs as well? But what do you prefer? Come on, let's put everyone wants to know. It's the big question right now. You want a pausey pause or do you want a playy pause?
Well, for this scenario, I'm glad that it's not one that just pauses it, because I can just press X and it brings up the interface to be like, and here is your timestamp. I was actually worried that it was going to be one where it just pauses, which is what I don't want at the moment. So I think I do prefer that overall.
Yeah. Can we get a poll in the chat? Can we get a poll for play or play pause?
Hold on, we've got Kirk Hardiman.
Thank you, Kirk.
Jesse Pina.
Thank you, Jesse.
And Jonathan, the Headmaster Headman.
How was Headman not already a Memberg?
He may have cancelled and then come back.
Get a bonus clap.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. Can you even do that?
Here is DDP, the European champion. I bet he's so glad he took the money that WWE offered him rather than just sit at home and his nice cushy WCW contract.
He loves to wrestle. It is depressing seeing the great man. Josh is not gay was a sign in the crowd.
That's quite funny. Yeah.
Christian kicks it right off.
Yeah, it's
attacking DDP.
The DDP WWE story is very sad. He should have been. They just they treat him like a chump the second he walked through the door because he had the temerity to want to lay out matches.
Which like stand-up practice these days.
Yeah.
So yeah, historically, here's DDP, European champion, wrestling against Christian, and we are 9 months since the Invasion pay-per-view.
Yep.
9-10 months.
Yeah, it was July last year.
Yeah. So WCW have only, all that talent has only just become available. And then like the big contracts have started to come up. So that's why Hogan, Nash and Hall are all on this pay-per-view.
Yep.
And
Goldberg's in next year.
Goldberg comes in next year.
Steiner's the year after.
Steiner was the one everyone was waiting for.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny, he finished taking out a piss in the corner.
He started doing cameos.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite funny.
I watched one that someone posted, and it is him just saying, "I don't like fat asses. And I hear you and your friends have got fat asses. You gotta kick the burgers. You gotta kick the fries." And he just goes off on like loads of fatty foods.
I will also do that on Cameo for you if you want. Joe Mayer.
Thank you, Joe Mayer.
Yeah, I
Remember, if we get just 2 more members,
let's not.
We're going to watch the next 10 WrestleManias back to back.
Not at all what is happening. I don't know if you saw this, but Hollywood Denise Salcedo and Sean Ross Sapp were told by an unnamed WWE star who said that they watched their post show and really enjoys it on Fightful.
Well, of course they'd say that. They want to get in with. They want to get in with them.
And I know.
So Sean writes good. You know who it is.
I know who it is. I just DM'd Denise like, who was it? She told me.
Yeah, well, Britt Baker knows who you are.
Well, and actually, that was the name I was just about to bring up because you know, Pro Wrestling Tees have their own version of Cameo, which I might actually set myself up for. Denise is in the top 3 people.
What?
Yeah, it's Dr. Britt
Kevin
Baker.
Kelly's number 2.
It's Britt Baker, Kevin Kelly, Denise, Danhausen, and Brandon Cutler. I think I could clean up on this place.
No, you're not going to beat Kevin Kelly.
No, I could certainly beat Cutler.
Who?
I'm not going to beat Danhausen.
People might book you thinking it's Cutler.
I'll actually set up a profile called Not Brandon Cutler.
No. Just do just put yourself up as Brandon Cutler. Set it up now.
I'm going to set it up.
I should probably tweet that we're doing this, right? Something people do.
I think so.
They share what they're doing.
Maybe I should. I'll tell you what. I'll do it after you've done it. So let's not do it at the same time.
Look, this is how tech savvy I am.
Oh.
I'm logging into my Twitter on my desktop.
Also, thank you, Rich, for reminding me to get the moderators, the Ultra Chat document open. Thank you, Mod Mother. Apologies that I didn't have that open already.
X-8?
I think it was just X8, mate. What do you think, Chet? Should I get myself onto... Oh, hello. Kill Walker 2019.
Kill Walker? Wow.
And I'm going to say Louis Lipsham, but it could be Lewis Lipsham.
Thank you, Louis Lipsham.
Or Lewis Lipsham. Dude.
Or Lipsham.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Someone said I should set myself up as Brandon Cutler, but with a K. Ross Cooper. Hooper Scooper.
Thank you, Ross Cooper.
Everyone is also asking if you're ready for CM Punk.
I think the viewership just jumped by 100.
Oh, because of your tweet?
I don't know. I doubt it was that. I'm honestly, I don't think whatever I do in terms of reaction, because I don't want to put it on. I feel very much like a kid who knows what he's getting for Christmas. So when I open it, I feel like I have to, and it's something I really want. Mario Tennis, N64, 2002, maybe this was. And I overreacted to Mario Tennis because I was so happy. I wanted my parents and Father Christmas to know how happy I was. Ooh,
near fall.
DDP kick out. Yeah, I don't want to jump, like, I want it to be organic.
I know, I've got the same thing. My worry is, because we're all expecting it, that I'm just going to go, yes.
That's it. I think that's going to be my reaction. Like that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you know, something impromptu that I had no idea was going to happen, that Hangman Page, is he going to do the buckshot lariat on Kenny?
Diamond Cutter!
Or Drew McIntyre winning the Rumble?
1, 2, 3. Before we do that, Stevie Howlin, Brittany Cartwright, and Mikey's Media.
Wow, looks like we are going to have to stream 10 WrestleManias.
We're not doing that. Apparently, Sammy Callahan is streaming on Impact's YouTube channel. Why is Sammy trying to compete with us? Sammy likes us.
His literal nickname is The Draw.
Yeah, I know, right?
How many? How many have they got?
Should we see who the real draw is, shall we, Sammy?
On the Twitch or on the YouTube?
No, it is Sammy Callahan.
How many have they got? 208. You know what? Should we just say everyone go over there for a bit?
Open it up. Just have it open up in another tab.
Yeah. Sammy's great.
Sammy is great. We really like Sammy. Go over to Impact Wrestling's YouTube channel and just like say hello. Say WrestleTalk sent you.
Yeah. WrestleTalk loves you, Sammy. Go over and say that. You can close us if you want. Come back though, please.
Yeah.
What did DDP just do?
Well, so DDP
Christian's
was saying,
having a tantrum.
The great thing there, Christian, is that although you lost, you didn't have a temper tantrum. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And now Christian is having a temper tantrum. It's what happens when they don't like you.
It's two guys they don't like.
It really is, isn't it? Apparently he's just finished it.
Ah.
See, let's have a look, refresh. No, he's still live apparently.
Go on, are you on the podcast account? Say hey, Sammy.
I will do, 1 second.
Oh no, there's no live chat. It's The Rock with Jonathan Coachman. Put your hand in his face, Rock. Disrespect him. Yes, there it is. There's the disrespect.
Yeah, he had finished it. He's only just finished it though.
Oh well.
Hybrid Theory.
Thank you, Hybrid Theory. The Rock's going to say something about where he's physically at right now.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
And he better enjoy the cheers he's getting now.
Eventually. Oh, damn it. I always get it wrong.
I know. You always think it's going to be that.
Eventually. It's finally.
Yeah, you better enjoy these cheers now, because they ain't going to happen when the match rolls around. Shockingly, is not the main event.
How's he so sweaty already? Hey, I stand by...
You stand by the decision
of having the championship belt.
To put Jericho Triple H, have a boring 20-plus minute match after Rock Hogan.
It's the championship belt.
Hogan's first WrestleMania back.
Yeah, in hindsight, and probably in immediate sight, they should have.
Insight.
Foresight. All the sights.
All the sights.
Foresight. Hindsight. Oh.
Making fun of Jonathan Coachman.
Oh, I thought he was doing his accent.
No, it's not, mate. He's just making fun of Jonathan Coachman.
Such a good promo.
I mean, I love what's about to happen.
That
Look
smile.
Look at that smile. That's $1 million smile.
Fair play to Coach. Like, he is really straight man selling this.
Oh, yeah. What up, G?
But this is how interviewers have to interview people now.
Coach Ange's gonna walk off stage like that. He's gonna interview Triple H later like this.
Is the strudel... What's the pie?
That is vagina. That's why he likes to eat pie. Or it could be that ass bill. Either way, he likes to eat.
The ass.
Either way, he does like to eat it. Like Ric Flair on a train.
The Nature Boy doesn't... That was the best retort.
Yeah, I don't ride trains.
I don't ride trains. And that, because I'm like, of course he doesn't ride trains. He's the Nature Boy. Woo!
And it definitely was not like a first class train either.
It looked like a cabin.
You reckon?
I don't know. It looked like it was through... Oh, he's ripped his shirt.
Like Hogan does. Great promo by The Rock.
A long promo as well. Like intense 5 minutes there of just talking, ups and downs, comedy, seriousness. Ugh. He does his promos like he works a wrestling match.
Yeah. So good at it. And I think he thought, I'm just spitballing his return that he has in a few years' time.
Yeah.
When he comes back, to feud with Cena, that he could just do it again. He'd be like, oh, I did it 20 years ago. I'm sure I'll be going to do it now. And it turns out that he wasn't as good at it the second time round because he wasn't doing it all the time.
Yeah. You think you need to get those reps in for promos?
I think you do. Because Cena just schooled him on all those promo segments.
Do you think?
I really do think. I think at the time I was like, oh man, Rock's got him. Of course, Rock's got him. Looking back on it, I'm like, man, Cena having all of his lines scripted for him really makes The Rock look like an idiot. Because The Rock is really stumbling around here.
Yeah, some of those promos did go on a while.
Yeah.
But I hated Cena so much, and I loved Rock so much.
I know, but like him opening up WrestleMania and say like, when The Rock says yabba, you say dabba, and all that sort of stuff didn't work. Some hardcore shenanigans now, and here's Maven. Maven getting his WrestleMania moments.
He's still in the Royal Rumble.
Something that Lance Storm doesn't have.
He's got strong eyebrows, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, that's what a lot of people said at the time as well. I was like, man, have you seen that kid's eyebrows? Maven.
Those aren't a jobber's eyebrows.
Oh, you say that, but they treat him as
It's a
such.
shame how they did him.
Yeah.
Someone had an XCW sign. I don't know what that is. Do you? You familiar with XCW?
No, it's probably a local promotion.
Yeah.
I bet you it's like a gym hall or something. But they still put each other through like light tubes and tables and that. Like
Even in O2.
Like that Louis Theroux Weird Weekend.
Yeah.
Although that would have been like, I think 2000 that he did that, didn't he? Because WCW was still open.
Yeah. Or maybe sooner.
No, I think it was 2000 because it was also when Ric Flair gets institutionalized. Or maybe it's Roddy Piper does.
Oof. His foot just hit someone in the crowd.
Yeah, he seemed fine.
So we've seen a lot of the crowd love it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at a wrestling show and they start to brawl into the crowd, I'm like, oh yeah, I hope I get hit.
I'm the same way. If I've got a sign that says insert heel here is a smelly bum, and they then tear that sign up.
Love it.
Love that. Because they've acknowledged my sign and then they tore it up because I've made them so angry. I had to tear up that sign.
I mean, we are the great majority. Whereas I feel like the most no one talks about the stories where they have fun interactions of having boots hit them in the face.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's cool, it's a wrestling. I should have probably moved.
It's probably my fault, really.
You just get angry parents, or the opposite, the GCW crowd all throwing bottles at Matt Cardona.
Yeah. You know, Dave Meltzer liked it.
What do you think Dave Meltzer dislikes more? Rubbish being thrown into rings when wrestlers are in them, or San Antonio, Texas?
I was going to say, or Bill Goldberg inexplicably moving to Texas.
Alvarez, the other day, said so, like they're talking about something completely different, and Alvarez just like, just goes, well, at least they didn't go to San Antonio, and Meltzer just went off on it again. He was like, well, why would you want to? It's so hot there. Everyone's got guns.
Oh, God. That's so funny.
So Goldust has a lot of gold weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, with the shovel, golden shovel.
Well,
do you know what I watched today? Because it is now up on Netflix, and it completed my rewatching of them. Jackass 3.
What's the big stunt in Jackass 3? Or your most memorable one?
I mean, it's the big hand. It's right at the start of the movie, but it's the one that hits Bam is so funny. Like, Bam just literally just flies backwards. It's the most incredible shot you've ever seen.
Does he jump up so that happens?
No, he just literally just hits him because they antique him at the same time. I also
antique him.
Yeah, where they put like flour on the thing as well, so that he gets covered in. He looks like an antique. I also particularly enjoy Johnny Knoxville painting himself to look like a background that he is standing against. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Spike Dudley has just stolen the hardcore title because of 24/7 rules.
Oh my God. Can you see that sign?
Whoa. Wow.
Jeez.
Jeez Louise. And look, Crash Holly. Crash Holly's still here.
So, what happened to the idea of the title, the 24/7 element being suspended for a match?
Yeah, they brought it back.
Okay, so I'm getting flash forwards now of Raw.
Yeah.
And freaking Ember Moon injuring herself.
I know, right?
For some stupid chase. Oh, I forgot Stephanie's on Chris's side.
Well, they have to be, because you can imagine Triple H was looking at Jericho and be like, I don't know how we're going to make a feud between us work. The only way this will work is if Stephanie's involved. Hey, some more music performances. Drowning Pool.
Who is the bigger draw now? Chris Jericho or Triple H?
Ooh, what an interesting question.
I don't know how you would compare them. Does a Chris Jericho main event on an AEW show sell more than a Triple H main event on a WWE show? If you take out the fact that one company is larger than the other.
Can I will. Do you know what? I may have an answer for it. I don't know how much of an answer this is because I haven't fully thought this out yet. But AEW promote matches, right? So they promote that if you buy a ticket to the show, you are going to see Jericho versus this one. Whereas when it comes to WrestleMania, it's just a given that Triple H is going to have a match on it.
Didn't have one last 2 years.
But they're just saying, but the idea is you're buying a ticket to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And if you buy a ticket to WrestleMania, you'll get to see a Triple H match. So is that Triple H is selling tickets or WrestleMania is selling tickets?
Yeah, it's so difficult. Because, if Triple H had a match in AEW, I think that would sell more than Chris Jericho having a match in WWE.
I completely agree with you.
But that's the first time, that's unfair. I have no idea how to judge this.
A poll.
What about if they Jericho's been to New Japan as well?
And that was a huge draw for New Japan. I was actually.
But imagine if Triple H went there.
Yeah,
That'd be
the subscriber numbers would also massively jump up.
So this is a live performance from Drowning Pool with a video package of Stephanie.
Well, it's his for the
H.
feud. Yeah.
For a match that won't take place for another 3 hours.
Correct.
I've got my clipboard here. I'm just gonna cut that. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna cut the cut the opening.
Yeah, cut saliva.
Cut saliva. I'm gonna cut that hardcore match actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Do you know what? I was at the start of this. I was kind of making fun of WWE being like on the new metal train a little bit longer than they probably should have done. I was a big Drowning Pool fan.
Yeah.
Massive. This album rocks. Don't care about anyone.
I could only sing you one song off the top of my head.
And that's...
You know what it is.
Yeah, body song.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
So my wife works in archive, and she used to work for a TV show called Science of Stupids, where the idea of the show is that you show people failing at doing something, and then they do the science of like, here is how the correct way to do this. Which meant that she used to spend a lot of her time watching fail compilations of various different things. Mm-hmm. And every time Bodies comes onto the Spotify player, she's like, I hate this song. Because it's the soundtrack to every single fail compilation. She's like, I've heard this song on so many fail compilations.
What other songs? Are there any other
it's just that song.
That one.
It's just that song. You'd have thought someone would use like some tracks from the Jackass soundtrack. Like, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Yeah.
But no, always Bodies.
My lady partner, of course, works in circus, and she sort of helps younger circus performers build in acts and stuff, and they all think they've found the best song, and it's the same song, similar to this. You know the... You've seen Fleabag?
Yes, the first series.
Yeah, so you know when they're on the tube.
Yes.
Yeah. Very circusy.
Oh right. Yes. Yeah.
Big movement, small movement. Big movement, small movement.
I could see why you picked that.
Yeah. He looks like Bam Margera.
He does, doesn't he? It was the style at the time.
Oh, we're still going. Oh, that's fun.
Exactly. Because there's shenanigans.
I'm not cutting the hardcore. I'm putting the hardcore match back in.
And Spike Dudley kicks out.
Luke, there is a lot of cardboard boxes.
Because Al Snow's here! And Al Snow drew him into them all! I'm Al Snow, and welcome to Jackass.
He went for that.
Right, he knew there was cardboard boxes there, we're going to be safe to hit.
Yeah, but he went into that at a speed.
Gotta sell it.
That could have carried on to... There was a wall eventually. The wall.
It's the wall, brother. Like the hurricane.
Yes.
The hurricane's in.
Swings in.
1, 2, 3. Hurricane is the hardcore champion.
The referee almost looked like he was doing pretend counting so he didn't hit his hand too hard.
It's hard on the floor. Oh, but Al Snow's too late. Al Snow still chasing that hardcore title 4 years later.
It's nice to see people move up and down the card.
Do you know what my other favourite bit from Jackass 3 is? And how much of the film you remember?
I know, it's one big film with all the sketches.
So you know the one where Ryan Dunn might be my favourite, rest in peace. He's on like this motorbike thing, and he's trying to jump this river, and Wee Man is on the other side dressed up as Leprechaun, like with all of this gold and stuff. And he's like, "No, I'm gonna get across that river and get that little son of a bitch's gold." And he goes over and he clears it, but then there's another mound that he's meant to go down that way, and he lands on that side of it and just like crumples into the motorbike so hard, and he just like crumples down. And everyone does that.
No, I just had an idea. Well, obviously, we also make stuff for Cineworld's YouTube channel. Go over and subscribe there, please.
We debuted the new version of the show today.
Yeah, because me and Luke, because Laurie lives up in Manchester and we're back in the studio, this is the set, really, for me and Luke will be talking movies every Friday. So please do go and watch that, or watch it tomorrow after you've done freaking out about CM Punk or whatever. But Remember, I had the idea a few months ago that we were like, actually, that's too much. Well, we were going to watch when a new movie in a franchise comes out. We'd watch all the previous ones in like a live stream marathon.
Yeah.
Why don't we live stream Jackass?
I would totally do that because this.
When's it out?
Jackass 4. Let's have a look. I'm actually super excited for Jackass 4.
It looks like quite heartfelt.
Yeah, it does. Well, I actually had that with so it's out in September in Canada. Because I forgot that the soundtrack to Jackass 3 is done by Weezer. The song Memories. Memories makes me want to go back there.
Yes,
back there.
That was. They released about 5 albums at that time.
And they've all got one good song.
5 good songs.
Oh, Rivers.
Yeah.
Just concentrate on just doing one really good album every 5 years.
I love you, Pat. Don't let him write a song. Oh no, let him write a song. Release it as a B-side. You know? Pat's the drummer. We're getting a classic Kurt promo. He didn't win his gold medal by whining and complaining. He's essentially doing a promo on entitled millennials and Gen Zers.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Do you mind if I read out some Ultra Chats?
No, yeah, go for it. Oh,
it's Kane! It's Kane!
Kurt Angle versus Kane does not excite me.
But look how cool Kane looks. Because it's one of the last times Kane does look cool. Because, next year, he's losing that mask. And he becomes infinitely less
cool. Look, I don't like seeing the nipples.
It's not the coolest Kane. 2001 is the coolest Kane.
Yeah. Why's everything got to be mesh?
It was the style at the time.
Who's ever looked at a mesh outfit and gone, that's good?
Me in 2002. Reading Festival, I had like one of those mesh top things. Because the Hardy Boys were cool. Les Alexandria, I have a request. I want you guys to listen to the Eminem song Godzilla, only like the first 15 seconds. Then go listen to your rendition of it from the SummerSlam prediction stream.
Better.
And see how you made it better. That's exactly what Les does.
Sorry,
say.
I stepped over your joke.
Yeah. And see how you butchered it. LOL. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this because everyone was like, "How do you not know the Eminem song?" And I thought, I don't think I've heard an Eminem song since Stan. Is there one? Because like that, there was the.
Love the Way You Lie
it was
with
Slim
Rihanna.
Shady LP. I don't know that song.
Love the Way You Lie.
There was the Slim Shady
You'd
LP.
have heard it, I think.
The Marshall Mathers LP. Then the Eminem show, I think.
I'm going to count D12.
Oh, D12, mate. Those purple hills, even.
Yeah, I don't know what the pills.
Point is, I haven't heard an Eminem
it's
song
about
in 20
car
years.
sickness. Driving around a hill. Ugh.
Noah Fortner, currently in traffic while making the 3-hour drive to the United Center. Thought I'd let you lads know I'll hopefully be Omega chatting in again later for a live report. Michael, we'll be watching the show, so don't worry about it. We'll see what's happening live. Michael Rivera, hello lads.
Better have an ass sign. Congrats
on 51k subs. Question, do you think we'll get loud CM Punk chants on Smackdown on the entire show if the CM Punk is going to, on debut, on Rampage, has broken into mainstream fans? Keep up the great work, lads. I'm going to say no.
Yeah, because I don't think it has broken through to mainstream fans.
If it would have done, we'd have had them on Raw.
This was my argument yesterday. Where Punk?
Where Punk? Yeah, honestly, if the CM Punk thing was massive news within like the wider wrestling world, we'd have had chants for it outside of that Chicago show. And I said at the time, those CM Punk chants were not for the news. They were just because they were in Chicago.
Yeah.
Dart Train 24 became a Patreon member today, and now I have a great new job, and I'm coming for that championship. Thanks for making some of the dark unemployed times bearable. So I haven't been this excited for Rampage since Godzilla vs. Kong. Blake says, Luke, I've always thought you were awesome. Now that I know you enjoy metal, you get +10 to your awesomeness. Do you like Metallica? And so I just need you to weigh in on this. Which is the best album? Justice for All or Ride the Lightning? I say Justice. Now, my Metallica fandom is very, very small.
Saint Anger.
Well, obviously, and the one that looks like a toilet bowl.
Hey,
here I go now. The song for Mission Impossible 2. Honestly, Metallica, I've seen Metallica live a bunch of times, but I've actually never really listened to a Metallica album in full. But I've listened to, like, you know, the tracks.
All the singles.
All the singles and stuff. That's the sort of Metallica level fan I am, unfortunately. But those singles that I do like, I love.
Matters.
I love all the singles that I hear. I've just never listened to a full album of that.
Well, pick an album on album name alone.
I would say, well, Ride the Lightning has got For Whom the Bell Tolls, which is I used to do a cover of that in a band I was in. So great.
That's how they used to open every Progress show.
Yeah.
Like, they, you know, you go to a wrestling show, they've got a playlist playing, and then For Whom the Bell Tolls was the song they played before the entrance song, which was some rap song.
Yeah, because it was Smallman's entrance music, wasn't it? It was so
gets me in the mood.
I mean, Justice for All does have a Twilight Zone reference in it, so that gives it some points. It's also got One, which is incredible.
Isn't that a U2 cover?
Yeah, I'm really exposing my lack of. I mean, also, like, and I am because they did Load and Reload or something. One of the tracks on that, "It Ain't My Bitch," I think is a fucking brilliant Metallica song. That's a very uncool thing to say because it's like it's not a cool period of Metallica.
Whiskey in a Jar.
Whiskey in the jar.
The music video for that. That was one that I'd you know, Mum and Dad would go upstairs.
Oh yeah, the late night version.
Come on, please, please. Please let that video be on.
If you actually go back and watch my Taylor Swift...
OnlyFans wasn't around then.
If you go back and watch my Taylor Swift song that I did for Denise, if you listen during the second verse, I made a split-second decision of like, turns out I can't do Slipknot singing, I'm just going to do a James Hetfield impersonation.
Yes.
And then I abandoned that by the time I get to the chorus and go back to what I was doing originally. But there is just like, there's a handful of lines where I'm like, maybe I should just do James Hetfield instead. But because I didn't do a second take of it, I've just got this sort of mishmash.
Nailed it the first time.
Nailed it the first time. Dar Train says, as an Uber driver, you can set a destination back to where you were, and it will only give you trips headed back that way. It's a great feature for when someone asks you to take them far away. There you go. So that guy was angry at me for no reason.
Yeah.
Also, it was 6 years ago.
What more do the Uber drivers want? An employment contract? Come on, guys. You get to go back home at the end of your shift. What more do you want? Man, being employed? God damn it.
Also, I just want to point out as well, just in case some people have misunderstood me, I listen to full albums of everything else, just not Metallica. It's a weird thing. Where do we get to? Ready, Set, Mex. Hi, lads. Guess what? I got a pay rise today. Best way to celebrate by eating local takeout and watching my favourite lads. Luke, keep being lukewarm, and Ollie, keep on dancing. Hannah Allen says, hey gents, I forgot to thank you both for introducing me to Alan Partridge. I had not heard of him before watching one of your streams.
Oh, wow.
Started with the most recent show and worked backwards. It was brilliant, so funny. Lots of love. Jam that jam.
Reverse Partridge.
That's an interesting, isn't it?
Weird.
Partridge, reverse chronological order.
Because that is one of the, most fascinating long-term character arcs ever. 30 years.
Yeah.
And you check in with him in different formats.
The various different shows, various different styles.
And probably, though, if you're coming in afresh to Partridge...
Yeah. On this time.
Yeah. You wouldn't, if you went in at Knowing Me, Knowing You, or the radio, or, Day to Day and whatever, it's probably a bit too old now.
I don't know. I think I'm Alan Partridge still massively holds up. I think I'm Alan Partridge holds up more.
Laughter.
It holds up more than Knowing Me, Knowing You does. But
Knowing Me, Knowing You's been done so many times by other people now. And arguably better by Gary Shandling.
And Pavel Cardenas says, currently on my way to AEW Rampage. Hopefully it's fun. Don't know anything about the product. I'm just hoping I get to see Punk.
Doesn't know anything about AEW.
That's interesting.
What was their name, sorry?
Pavel, I believe. Yes.
Pavel. Oh, well, if you're still listening, Pavel, please do tell us if you're being sarcastic.
I mean, yeah.
Well, it's midnight. We are sponsored by Beer 52. They're sponsoring all this week. Haven't we got an open one of these?
It's in the office.
It's in the office.
Oh, in the studio, rather.
This is Beer 52.
Oh, such a good service.
An unopened crate.
Yeah.
Store cold, drink fresh.
Mind yourself, because I've got the address on the other side.
One of those. Yes, of course. Oh, my geology stuff arrived.
Did it really?
So we can do that on Monday.
Oh, exciting. This match has been slow and plodding. Like a lot of Kane matches, really.
When Kurt was on top at the start, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Chokeslam to Kurt. You're too close to the ropes, Kane.
Is he going to grab it? Oh, Kurt is so good at those.
Yeah. And Kane then looks puzzled. Huh? You big oaf.
Want to smash. So yeah, go to beer52.com/wrestle.
Where's Pete Rose?
Yeah,
excellent question.
beer52.com/wrestle. You will get a case of 10 free craft beers. UK viewers only. You have to pay £5.95 postage and packaging, but trust me, it's worth it. And you get a little treat as well. Baked pretzels.
Ankle slam! Oh, an amazing ankle slam as well.
Two treats in this one.
1, 2, 3. Oh!
Kane
What a
kicks
kick out!
But marvelously, this month's crate, by pure coincidence, is sponsored by, well, not sponsored, sorry, it's a Chicago-themed crate. Each month they do a different theme, and this is Chicago Breweries. The month of punk.
$5.95 is all you need to pay to get 10 free craft beers. And that 10, by the way, that's a WrestleTalk offer because we're such good pals with Beer 52 and they like us so much. Also, shout out to Gatecrasher Forever who said, I ordered mine on Wednesday, got it the next day, drank 3 of the 10 beers already. Beer 52.
Well, if you order yours now, you can have it for NXT then.
Yeah.
I assume, unless it's a
weekend
thing. Anyway, I'm going to tuck in. The drinking for me starts now. I had this on Thursday. It was delicious. The Noon Whistle Bernie Milk Stout.
Oh, yeah, you do like a stout, don't you?
You know, we said this match was slow and plodding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. Sorry, everybody. My laptop took the brunt of it.
Jake Lucas said, no one overtakes Danhausen without being cursed. I don't want to overtake Danhausen, and I don't think I would. I just think I'd overtake Cutler. Because I'm not beating Denise. I'm sure it's not hell beating Kevin Kelly or Britt Baker. But I think I could probably beat Brandon Cutler in terms of popularity.
The reason Kevin Kelly's up there is because I've ordered 500 cameos. So if I just stop ordering daily cameos from Kevin Kelly, you might be able to bump up there.
Oh, the swear jar emojis are coming out.
Sorry.
Those emotes. I'm so old.
Emotes. What's the difference?
Well, this is the thing. Do you remember our old movie podcast when you discovered what an emoji was, and you and I learned that that's different to an emoticon?
Yeah.
We thought they were one and the same.
Yeah.
And you were the one who told me, like, no, they're different. These are called emojis. And I then bought you for Christmas that year an emoji pillow.
I hated it. I hate joke presents.
I know.
Because then, like...
Kurt Angle steals the win.
The feet on the ropes.
Kurt Angle steals the victory.
Kurt is a man. Sometimes you're like, I want Kenny Omega to just win a match clean without cheating or interference. Kurt, maybe it's because he was a legit Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
He can cheat and cheat and cheat and cheat. And I'm never like, I wish Kurt would get a clean win.
Yeah.
I almost prefer it.
Yeah, it's so much better. But it's because he's such a good heel.
Yeah. You have to be the right kind of heel, don't you?
I love hearing Kurt tell the story about when he first started in WWF and Vince was like, I'm going to make you a heel, pal. And Kurt was like, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
I'm an Olympic gold medalist. They're going to want... Oh, do you know what else was popular at this point?
Austin Powers.
Yeah, because there's some ladies hanging around in the dressing room while the Hurricane is trying to hide. The one in the pink top has taken off her top to reveal a bra. And the Hurricane is watching.
And I think it's going to look like he has an erection because he's gone back there with a broom.
He's picked up a broom. Yep, there you go. Look,
Yeah.
it looks like he has got a massive erection. And the women scream in fear. And the Godfather is here to attack him.
Oh, it's his hose.
Yeah.
Oh, that could have been a really funny bit where the Godfather was sort of tossing him off.
Austin
And then they could have had
Powers
like
would have done that.
like an explosion and semen gets released.
Undertaker versus Ric
Looks
Flair.
like he's got a meeting with his accountant.
In a business match.
Yeah, because in the X7, was it X7 where Kat? Yeah, it was. Kat had Mae Young's hands over her nude body parts.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably thinking you're a bit uncomfortable there in your smart chinos, aren't you? Are you thinking that?
I mean, I wasn't thinking that, but now you've said it.
Pretty much jogging bottoms. Look at that. Look at that stretch. These, like I've told you about these.
Yeah, you have told me about this. Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah?
These are the comfiest trousers I've ever owned. Because they're jogging bottoms.
Yeah. Oh, look, Rick is beating up Arn Anderson.
Arn Anderson had probably only just given birth to son and the son.
Anderson at that point.
He came of Arn. It wasn't like, he just...
He's not in The Handmaid's Tale.
He grew out of his beard.
And look, he beats up David Flair as well.
So, no evolution.
Charlotte next.
Yeah, what's Charlotte? She's like...
13 at this point.
Wow.
Maybe even younger than that.
So Ric Flair was GM or commissioner of Raw. This is pre-Evolution Ric Flair.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, way before that.
Yeah, because he'd only come into the company...
Well, he's not... No, it's this point. He is part of the Consortium!
Yeah. Oh, Ric Flair just punched the fan.
He punched a fan. Oh, Flair.
Oh my god.
And that bass just intensified, isn't it?
What? How did that happen? Jesus! What? Have they just found another speaker?
Oh, this wasn't plugged in properly.
Oh my god.
The board have removed Ric Flair from his position of power.
I don't know about you, but as a kid, when I watched wrestling, this is what really thrilled me.
Oh, yeah.
It's the boardroom, quite actually intense legal discussions.
Yep.
What are the chat saying about the...
Rich just said, okay, I'm going to try and get rid of that noise now. It's quite loud.
I think what's happening is they're doing a live version of the Inception trailer on the floor below.
Yeah. Yeah, you could probably hear that beat.
We live in too cool an area.
It is so cool. I was thinking about this when I was leaving the office yesterday. Was it yesterday? God, I've been here like every day.
It's mad to think yesterday was Thursday.
Was it really?
It doesn't feel, because today feels like Saturday.
Yeah. Maybe it was when I left on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this area is very cool. And I was thinking about this as I was driving out. And I felt bad that I was driving out. Because I'm like, no one here has a car.
Yeah. They've all got e-scooters.
Exactly. Rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. I did like Undertaker's heel turn that he had. It came out of the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and JR is like, JR's gonna be one of the people inducted.
Yeah.
Undertaker gets in there to defend his honor. And he's like, you're gonna kiss that man's ass? He's like, hell no, I'm gonna kiss that man's ass. And she goes, it's because you think you're better than me?
Yeah.
He beats up Jim Ross.
It's a
like,
great...
I've been kissing that guy's ass for years.
It's like it's a really quite nuanced self-doubting.
Yeah.
For someone who's like, let's face it, very one-dimensional. But like brilliant comic book, cartoony, one-dimensional.
Yeah, totally.
But one-dimensional.
Yeah.
What do you think about the dress sense around here?
Could you start Team Viewer, please? Blue square, white circle. Sorry, I shouldn't read this out loud.
That's the program that lets Rich remote in.
Doing it now, Rich. Woo! That's twitching.
Bum bum. In the robe. So we saw Ric Flair versus Chris Jericho? No. No, I'm thinking of SummerSlam 2002.
Yeah, Ric Flair wasn't on.
Yeah, of course. We just said that.
Look, Flair's all business coming down here now. Run around the bike. Whoops.
Great start.
Like, someone said at the start of this stream, this is what the invasion should have been all along. And you're not wrong, because later on in this, we've got Scott Hall versus Steve Austin. We've got Hogan versus Rock. We've got Flair versus Taker. DDP versus Christian.
But yeah, I know.
Like at that point, it was like, oh, so we've got loads of WCW guys versus WWF guys.
It's only Goldberg you're missing.
Yeah, and Sting.
Oh God, yeah, of course, Sting.
Yeah. Let's give can I ask everyone, give Rich a round of applause in the chat. It's because he is working piss as a fart, and he is trying to sort out the hell of a noise that we're dealing with. This will also be good. We thought this would be a really good test for tomorrow night as well, because Laurie sent us a text today that said like, uh-oh, it's a Saturday night that we've got to do SummerSlam, and we're above a nightclub. And like, yeah, and I was like, nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. And I was like, but you know what? Tonight will be a really good test to see if it would be fine.
Because Full Gear 2019, Pete and Laurie did reactions. They did reactions in the soundproofed studio, which obviously isn't this room, it's our office. And even they said it was really loud there as well, so there's nothing we can do, I'm afraid. Well, we can ask them to turn it down.
Sorry guys. Do you mind just turning it down just a little, just a touch?
I had to tell some girls behind me when I watched Free Guy today. Excuse me, can you be quiet, please?
Oh, did you say, I've got to do this, I'm doing this for my job?
No. I was the only person wearing a mask in there.
Really?
No one cares.
COVID's over, mate.
Yeah.
It's only Australia that have got it now. It's only Australia that have got it now.
That one guy. Oh no, that's New Zealand, isn't it?
Yeah, it's New Zealand.
They got one case.
One case of the Delta variant, and they were like, shut it down.
Stop it.
Yeah, everyone get in your homes. My friend lives in New Zealand. I was texting him today about it.
Have you told them that we're getting Lord of the Rings? Take that, New Zealand.
It's being shot in the UK.
Yeah. Brexit.
What he said to me was just like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, day 3, I've got beers and I'm watching Inception. It's alright. He's got his kids. He's got his kid and his husband. He's fine.
I watched 2 more episodes of People Just Do Nothing last night.
Oh yeah?
Even funnier.
Is it really good?
There's one moment in the... They're not really moments that make you laugh. It's just like someone says something off camera. It's really hilarious.
Yeah, I do need to watch it.
No, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
Yeah. Kate did not really get on with it.
Yeah.
So I've got to try and find it. It's going to be one of those shows that I've got to watch on my child.
Yeah, I think it might be the same with me.
Oh!
Big boot off the apron from Taker on Flair.
And he's got a big old cut on his face.
I just thought he had a very defined jawline. But no, that's a cut.
Here's a cut.
How do you get that?
Chop.
A nail? A chop?
Yeah, chopped him across the cheek. So, Rich has apparently done something. And... it's a lot better, much better, much better.
Oh,
yes, Rich.
Amazing. Thank you, Rich.
Rich has done it again.
But we probably both sound like squeaky chipmunks. He's taken all the bass out.
Rich is that better now. It does sound really good now. It'll sound like Mr. Blobby.
Flair's bladed.
I think they've got a heavy... look at those disposable cameras. I think they've got a heavy edit in this match as well from the live feed.
Oh, really?
Because I did see this... I didn't watch this live, but I saw it on VHS the following day. Because a friend of mine bought it on pay-per-view and recorded it. And then he was passing it around the next day for people to borrow.
Yeah.
There's a spot later on when he has to hit Taker with the lead pipe. And he stops about a good foot away from his head. But it was like right in front of the camera.
Oh.
And I think on subsequent like VHS and DVD releases, they did it from a different angle, so it does look like he cracks him.
Well, we haven't had any foreign object interference yet, have we?
Not yet, because
So...
they built a lot of this around that lead pipe.
What, the feud?
Started with the lead pipe. Like Cluedo.
Flair's blood is starting to spread to his hair.
Yeah.
I've never really looked into it, but have you heard the story of Ric Flair's birth? That he's adopted?
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is mad.
I thought I was going to be another one of Ollie's bits.
No. Ric Flair. Might just be on his Wikipedia page, you know. Prepare for your mind to be blown.
Okay, I am ready.
Early life. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of buried here. But I'll read out. This is the early life section of Ric Flair's Wikipedia page. His birth name is widely believed to be Fred Phillips, although on different documents he is also credited as Fred DeMare or Stewart, while his biological parents were Luther and Olive Phillips, the latter of whom was also blah 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 blah. He was adopted by Kathleen Kinsmiller Flair and Richard Reed Flair. The Flairs decided to adopt due to Kathleen being unable to become pregnant after giving birth to a daughter who died shortly after. At the time of his adoption, arranged by the Tennessee Children's Home Society as part of Georgia Tann's baby kidnapping operation.
Whoa!
Clicking that hyperlink, because that just stops there. It's like, his mother worked for this. He's like, no. Baby kidnapping operation. Oh, this is a full-on article. Maybe it'll just be on the.
Is it not a Wikipedia
Georgia Tann.
Is it like a Wikipedia?
Georgia Tann,
page for it?
Yeah, was an American child trafficker. That's what she looked like. Who operated the Tennessee Children's Home Society. Tann used the unlicensed home as a front for her black market baby adoption scheme from the 1920s.
Wow.
So she placed children with influential members of society.
Someone's just like, I've literally just joined the stream.
Yeah, this is wrestling's version of Serial that you're joining now.
And if you're curious, we're watching Undertaker versus Ric Flair.
In some cases, single parents would drop their children off at nursery schools only to be told that welfare agents had taken the children.
Oh. Bloody hell.
So she stole children, and Flair was one of these stolen children.
Crikey.
That's how he came into being.
Well.
Well, yeah, there you go.
And now the Undertaker's kicking the crap out of him.
Pretty hard-hitting stuff here
What
on the
made you
WrestleTalk
find that?
Podcast channel. Just heard it a couple of months ago. And I was like, bloody hell, that's big. And I never thought of it again until this moment.
I mean, if you're looking for some extra work, there's a WrestleTalk magazine article. You could research and write.
Let me magic some spare time from somewhere.
I just wrote 10,000 words about Kenny Omega, and it didn't make my life hell at all.
Yeah. I've got a music
Oh
video.
no, he's gonna school Ric Flair. He's not ready to finish this match just yet. I wonder who wins though. Sorry, you got a music video to shoot.
Got a music video to shoot next week. I quite meticulously plan my weeks, and I do that on a Friday. And I try and plan 6 hours worth of stuff because I just know people are going to fill at least 90 minutes of my day with bull S words.
Andy.
Your Discord notifications. So I was doing that, and I was like, hey, after a busy week, it's looking pretty good. Oh, God damn it, there's a music video!
Just do it like I did. I shot mine in like an hour.
Yeah.
And some of it's out of focus.
But yours was good. It wasn't an official but even then I think it would have still stood up.
Thank you, man. That was again because I just spent so much time doing that Kenny Omega article, 10,000 words. I got the magazine in the post the other day.
You should have called the article.
Kenny
Made the word count part of the title.
Kenny Omega, 10,000 words.
It is a great magazine.
It
came out yesterday.
It did,
no,
yeah.
Today is Friday.
Today is Friday.
It came out today.
I got mine in the post, and I was flicking through, and it was so lovely to see. Because I have 2 articles, and I have done for the last couple of months now, because I've got my Games Master piece as well. But I'm really super proud of that Kenny Omega article. So please do go and read it. Go and buy your copy of the WrestleTalk magazine.
WrestleShop.com, where you can also get this lovely Lariat t-shirt and Jam That Jam Classics. God, if Rich has really edited out this insane apocalyptic rave that's going on beneath our feet.
Honestly, it sounds like a hell place to be. It sounds like the worst place to be.
It sounds like you need some of the ketamine.
You certainly need some ketamine, because do you know what's not good down there? The beer you're going to get.
Yeah.
That beer, which has probably just been, it's Red Stripe out of a can, poured into a plastic cup and handed across to you.
The only thing that's getting sold down there is water.
It goes in a plastic cup, and they were like, "That'll be £7.50."
I remember when we went to the Rev Pro after party in the Arches that Will Ospreay was running.
Yes.
And it's just that classic, someone went down the corner shop, bought 40 Red Stripes for £1.50 each.
Yep.
And now I'm buying it
for a £5.
warm.
Yeah, because there's no fridge
for
here.
£5.
Here's the pipe. Here's the pipe. What angle do we get?
And there's Will mugging like, having a fun time, boys.
Yeah, they use a different angle.
They did cut it.
They use a different angle.
So they just cut to a different angle. They don't
Yeah, like the live feed of that, he misses him by a good foot. He just stops.
And then Taker bladed.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a fun little party there, though, wasn't it?
It was great.
That was where we played Shane Taylor at beer pong for ages, and we became best friends with Shane Taylor.
That's another great guy.
He's so cool.
Very nice man.
Ooh.
Nice man and terrifying at the same time. Like, he can just switch it. I think those are probably the nicest people.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Owens, terrifying.
Yeah.
But lovely human being by all accounts.
I don't know if I've ever told this story before actually, but at that Rev Pro show, because I didn't know this, but Shane they used to watch our videos. I don't know if he still does actually, but he watched our videos at that period of time. And after the show was finished, I'd quickly run out to grab some cash because I needed it for the Will Ospreay after party because I had to buy my warm red stripe, and I wanted to buy a Chris Brooks t-shirt, and I was quite drunk as it was anyway, but I was so intimidated to go up and buy merchandise from Chris Brooks.
You get proper weak need about Chris Brooks
because I have such a mark for it.
You ever talk to him?
No, I'm too afraid to, and he's no idea who I am. So so I bought my Chris Brooks, but Shane Taylor was standing there, and he was looking to start a conversation with me, and I was too afraid to talk to Chris Brooks and stuff.
It's like a little love triangle.
It was very nice though. Shane's so cool.
Yeah, he's
a really nice guy.
And great at beer pong.
He's so good at beer pong.
Good grief.
Kicking the nuts.
If Pete was here now, I'd be going, was right in front of the ref. Pete, it's a no DQ match.
You're just looking to hate Pete.
Why don't you like all the blood and the unprotected chair shots to the head?
You cuck. Come on, mate.
It's not even beer in your drink. It's just soy milk.
Oh, Pete. I put up a tweet today that just said happy birthday.
Yeah, I saw that. And I saw SP3 must have been oh, it's Pete's birthday. It was the day before. But we on purposely didn't say happy birthday to him on his birthday. We did it on the Wednesday.
I set it to go live, and unfortunately it didn't. The schedule didn't work, but I actually set it for 1 minute past midnight.
Oh, that's good.
But I had a load of people must be going is this a shoot or a work birthday?
Yeah. They're all shoot birthdays.
They're all shoot birthdays. Oh,
I quite like this match.
It is good. It's real good, in fact.
I bet it's fun for Taker as well.
Yeah.
Ric Flair at WrestleMania.
Also, huge shock. Undertaker, Ric Flair have good match.
Yeah.
At
WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania,
yeah.
Given time.
And they have got quite a bit of time, haven't they? What's this? 15 minutes so far, maybe? Uh-oh. Ref bump. A really weird ref bump. It was like Taker wanted to put him on the top turnbuckle.
Yeah.
And one that is quite needless, I guess, in a no DQ.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what we haven't done?
Oh, the star ratings.
The star ratings. I'll get those up as well while I'm here.
Big chop from Rick. Woo! Oh, who's this in the ring? Arn Anderson! Hey!
Double A spine buster.
Great timing. There was an Arn Anderson under the ring, but a big kick out. And Flair goes through the middle and bottom rope. That's a great spot.
Yeah, this is the longest match on the card by 6 seconds.
Longest match on the card?
Yeah, it's 6 seconds longer than the main event.
So this goes about 22, 23?
This match?
How long does the main event go?
This match is 18 minutes. Just under 19 minutes.
Oh, Arn's been... Arn. I mean, he doesn't look too different now. He's just bumping around a lot more snappily. Of course, Arn's bladed.
Dragon Sleeper.
It's like...
If Taker was trying to get this over as his new finish.
This is 3 guys having a WCW match.
Yeah.
Shut up, Vince.
Oh.
Because me and Mark came up through that area.
April 15th, 2002, Wrestling Observer newsletter. The Rock to become an action movie star. Wow.
Ooh, what's happened here? Going up for the last ride, but Flair didn't really go all the way up. They're trying again. And now Flair just hopped onto the ground. Taker's picking him up for a tombstone. Well, something went wrong there. Weird positioning of... That looked real.
1, 2, 3. So this got 66.3% thumbs up.
Undertaker won.
I know, it's surprising, isn't it?
Oh, how many? Sorry, and what were the middle?
So 66.3% thumbs up, 14.2% in the middle, 19.5% down.
So 1 in 5 did not like this show.
Yeah. Hogan Rock easily won Match of the Night.
He just thought he was higher Doug Williams side.
What?
In 2002, Canada.
That is a cool person right there.
Yeah.
That person knows.
No, Doug is wrestling Will Ospreay.
He's got out of retirement, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We saw his retirement match.
Yeah. I mean, shock.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Well,
Wrestler goes back to wrestling.
Yeah. So, what are your guesses for star ratings?
Okay,
for
refresh my memory.
RVD Regal.
3.
2 stars. DDP Christian.
2 as well then.
Star and 3/4. Maven versus Goldust.
Oh, half.
Minus half a star.
What?
Kurt Angle versus Kane.
It was quite good. 2.5.
2.25. Close. Taker versus Flair.
Okay. 3.5, going by what he's given other people.
I think it's going to go 3 3/4.
Okay.
3 stars. Flat 3.
That's rough.
I think that's harsh. There's another one. Booker T versus Edge. Another.
Yeah. No, that's. I think that's a good matchup from where I see both guys at this time. I know Booker, of course, was pushed to the top, but that was in the epilogue of WCW.
Oh, very much so, yeah. I'm doing this for the Booker T's, for the MIAs. That's why Booker T won the title. Tyler Duncan said, "Hi guys, Luke, have you listened to The Hellfire by Lorna Shaw? It's a banging song and make an awesome entrance theme. Cheers." I haven't, but I will write that down as a recommendation. Seth Morgan, hi Luke and Ollie. Do you think this fire burns or cult of personality? Do you like this fire burns or cult of personality more? I love both. I love both, but but this fire burns gets me fired up. No pun intended. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful day, guys. You're the best. Cult of personality, any day of the week.
Yeah, cult of personality, but I have all the love in the world for Fire.
This fire burns, yeah.
Because that was my music on my whatever 2K it was that year. If it was
Raw versus Smackdown.
Raw versus Smackdown.
Yeah.
Like, because Punk was my favorite, I just decided to have his whole entrance for my guy. I do get tingles when that happens. And that's what he came out to at Money in the Bank 2011.
He did, yeah. It was pre-Cult of Personality. It's not. I don't really like Killswitch Engage, unfortunately, so it's not really for me. Cult of Personality, I think, is an incredible song. Nate Essay got an email at work regarding an appreciation event where someone said they were bringing moon pies as a snack. Only one way to reply: what a time to be alive. Nobody got it, but even a wasted Simpsons joke can't bring me down. Moon pie, time to be alive. Ace Frank, just putting it out there, this Fire Burns is an awesome song. It's how I got exposed to metal music. Luke, if you ever lose, you have that song as a punishment. CM Punk returns. Oh, I can't remember how it goes now.
Dun-dun,
yeah, it's a. Yeah. It's, it's something like that, right?
Sounds like you're trolling the song. Like you've got a sarcastic twang.
That's how it sounds to me.
That should be a Quizzlemania round. Sing this song as a troll.
Or I'd just be like Vic Reeves, the club singer.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the...
Yeah, someone just said, that was pretty spot on, actually.
Have you seen... So we're watching Edge versus Booker T now. Edge is making his entrance. We're getting a plug for forcible entry again. Have you ever seen any of the GIFs of sort of... And it's bad taste, but they are funny. It'll be a video of, like... an explosion or a crash or a building collapsing, and there'll be smoke everywhere, and seamlessly they'll edit it for Edge coming out of the smoke.
Yeah. I said this during the last live stream we did as well. My other controversial take: this song is better than the Metalingus song. Because this one's by Rob Zombie, and Rob Zombie rules.
Is that tribalism? Are you just saying that because...
100%. Because that's not a good Rob Zombie song. Not a good Rob Zombie album. But Rob's my guy, so...
You gotta go with him.
I've got to be my pick.
The music's so loud downstairs. Teddy Long, officiating.
Certainly is.
He is bumping his head with every strike. Man,
Oh, here it is. The excitement's in now.
I'm excited. So, have you looked at any things today? News? Do you want me to tell you bits and bobs? There's nothing about the plans.
Okay.
So Tony Khan was on Busted Open Radio.
I did see that he said something like, it is what you're expecting, and tonight is going to be like an amazing night, and this, that, and the other, right?
Booker T just stood on Edge's face. Yeah, he said like, I love surprises in wrestling, but I think everyone knows what's going to happen.
Then promote it on Dynamite, Tony!
So you've converted to my way of thinking?
I have now converted to your way of thinking.
And he said that tonight's episode of Rampage will be different to all the other episodes.
So the one other episode?
Yeah. They reformatted it.
Have they taken away one of the commentators?
Oh, God, I bloody hope so. So, yeah, I don't know what that means. I really don't.
Well,
is the whole show just a CM Punk shoot interview?
I mean, because they've got a press conference afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they show some of the press conference. Almost like a UFC style thing of just like, sitting down in front of the media.
I'm not sure I'd be a fan of that. But hey, I'm sure whatever they do will be very good. Like, trust in them. They've earned my trust many times over. So I guess this is both guys really. Oh, huge Alabama slam from Booker T. Both guys are kind of like how Booker was in WCW, kind of that mid-carder. Mm-hmm. I'd say he was above where Edge was though.
Mm-hmm. I'd say so, yeah. I mean, this is still like, we were talking about this on the SummerSlam Patreon episode, which actually hasn't been released yet. That Edge was a guy they were just pushing in the mid-card for years, being like, and soon we're going to do it, soon we're going to do it, soon we're going to do it. And a lot of the critics at the time were like, he's missing something. And it turns out what he was missing was a heel turn.
He's just too goddamn attractive.
That's the problem. He's too sexy.
Ooh.
Oh! Not a good one. Not a good Hurricane Runner off the top rope there.
Yeah, Booker just sort of flipped on him.
That's what made me think of Jackass 3, by the way. It was because someone landed like right on their heads. And that happens a lot in Jackass 3. I started to watch Jackass 3.5 as well.
Is that just extra footage?
It's extra footage and like interviews with them as well.
Oh, like a whole, but like it's a whole different film.
Yeah. It's like
Oh,
all like
I haven't seen that one.
all the footage they didn't use, like all the stunts and stuff they didn't use, and like interviews and stuff and outtakes and that. And they what they talk about is like, you'd think working on a Jackass film would be really fun. Like everyone just has the best time, but it's actually the worst filming experience in the world because you're constantly on edge.
Yeah.
Everyone's just trying to mess with everyone else.
I mean, it's kind of like it sounds really fun in theory.
Yeah.
But there's a reason we don't do punishment videos.
Yeah.
I mean, we do the music video, which is
Yeah.
but we wouldn't like, do big things.
Mm. Oh, the other one that. Sorry, I know I'm just going to keep bringing it up, but it's like as bits come back to me because they do it in like because they got the phantom cams for the third one. They film in like super slow motion, where it's like 1 second is actually like nearly 10 seconds worth, 10 seconds worth of footage, and it's Johnny Knoxville throwing this tiny little ball to a naked Pontius, who swings his dick to hit it like a baseball bat, and then Bam tries to catch it in his mouth. It's in really slow motion, but they have this little black bar that tries to block out Pontius's dick that keeps missing it.
Here it comes the Spinneroonie. Taunt.
Need to get my finisher up. Spinneroonie.
Oh. And there it is.
JR, I don't know how you get excited for that.
Like what's Edge
Booker knows
thinking
it's
as
not
well?
the finish. Go crawl into this.
Oh, he'll get his comeuppance on that.
Just you wait till next year, Book.
Maybe Triple H is a good guy. He's like, I know what you did to my boy,
Yeah.
Edge.
I need to teach you a lesson. Spear by Edge, the running hug.
It didn't feel like a finish.
1, 2,
No.
kick out by Book.
I liked how after that Spinneroonie, by that point Edge has gotten up and he's just walking doubled over like he's never seen a Booker T match in his life.
Oh no, it's an Edgeroonie.
We're getting an Edgeroonie.
And it's just as good.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oof.
Nice reversal sequences.
Yeah.
Execution.
What does Edge win with if not with the spear?
The execution.
The execution.
That was his finish at that time. It was the finish at the time.
It's just a DDT though.
The Impaler DDT. He learned it from Gangrel.
They killed a guy a couple of WrestleManias ago.
They killed it. They did. And then that guy they killed came back for the following WrestleMania to open the show.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, the Brood. Might want to lay low for a while.
So your timestamps, whoa, that's just kicked in again. Your timestamps, folks, if you are watching along, 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 50 seconds. Hurricane is running backstage. Please do not smoke.
Oh, is Coachman going to win it? Coachman's coming up for an interview here. Come on, Coachman.
Come on, Coach, you can win this. What's up with that?
See, the joke, like, Hurricane worked as a comedy gimmick, whereas they're genuinely trying to push
Mighty
Nikki.
Molly! But look, she's going to distract him. She hit him with the frying pan.
Jeez.
1, 2, 3. Mighty Molly wins the Hardcore Championship.
Ah, Molly.
Love Molly Holly.
Do you know the story about the pain for the wrestling training?
No?
Oh, Luke, am I a repository of stories today that I have to Google? I'm not like you. I can't listen to a podcast and then retell the story. I just like make a little bookmark where I go, that was interesting. Don't remember anything about it. Just know that it was interesting. It was connected to someone. Molly Holly.
So up next we've got Steve Austin versus Scott Hall. A match that Steve Austin was so not into, he basically quit the company.
I mean, is anyone talking about the music? It's picked up some.
It's picked up massively, isn't it? No one has said anything.
So,
although I think the camera's shaking.
No.
Because well, someone just said then, hold the camera still, Rich.
It's like the hard.
Yeah, when the bass is really loud, it's making the camera shake.
It's like the best pops on Raw is when the hard cam shakes.
Yeah.
Everyone's just really excited beneath us for CM Punk. Okay, here we go. This is actually quite apt because Beth Phoenix started her journey to become a professional wrestler at WrestleMania 18 in 2002 when she met Molly Holly at a meet and greet. Phoenix gave Molly a VHS tape of one of her matches and a photo. Molly Holly took the tape immediately to Tom Pritchard and they studied it, but she didn't get hired following a tryout. So, Phoenix went to Ohio Valley Wrestling, where Molly helped her pay her way through training.
Well, really?
Molly said, you know what, if you really want to take this seriously, you've got to move to OVW. You've got to move to Kentucky. So there was tuition involved. I had no money. I had school loans. I went to give Danny my first payment. Danny was the head trainer. And Danny handed me out a receipt back for a much larger amount. I said, you made a mistake here, Danny. He said, no, I didn't. A little birdie believes in you and wants to help pay your way. Molly had paid for my tuition.
That's so awesome. Molly Holly's one of the good people. So, here's my next poll for you. Mod Mother, I don't know if we want to put this up as an actual poll. Is Scott Hall's selling of the stunner actually good?
Let's see it happen again.
Because we've seen it happen. We saw it a few times there in the pre-match promo.
Oh, I missed all of them. I was looking at Molly Holly in a research capacity. God damn it.
People are getting into the building for Rampage. Someone just sent us a photo of them.
Is there anything different of the set? No, it just looks like a normal.
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed they didn't change up the Rampage look.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you know, like it looks like Dynamite.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like SmackDown looks so different from Raw. It did in the day.
Oh, sorry, I thought you'd been sarcastic.
Oh god, no, now it looks completely the same.
Yeah.
But like back in the day, it was blue for starters.
He is a cool mofo.
Star ratings for Edge, Booker T.
1.5.
I would sort of said 1.5, maybe 2. 1.25.
Who's coming out with him?
Who do you think it is?
Eric.
No, it's Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash took his time.
That's because Kevin Nash is injured at the moment.
Because it was meant to be Nash?
Nash was one of like the proposed things, yeah, and in the end it ended up being Scott Hall. But Nash came in and like immediately got injured. Then he got better, and then got immediately injured again.
It just doesn't look.
He tore his quad tagging out during a match.
It's natural. I remember at the time, as a kid, being like, just like this. Something about this doesn't feel right, and I wanted it to be right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I didn't really know much of the history. I just knew what WWE told me in video packages.
Yeah.
And they like freaking. That's another thing. They murdered The Rock in a truck crash.
But again, we've gone through this so many times with like these big feuds that WWE do, where they're like, "Oh man, this is the biggest match we could possibly do," but we've got 4 weeks before the match. I don't know what we got to do something. Run him over with a truck.
Yeah.
Bret Hart needs to fake a leg injury.
Yeah.
Deborah needs to be The Rock's manager for a week.
It's ridiculous. Triple H needs to stage a attack on Shawn Michaels.
That's the one I was trying to think of. Yeah, Shawn Michaels. We need to do a Shawn Michaels whodunit.
It was Triple H. Yeah, but we're gonna tease who it could have been for 3 weeks. But it was quite clearly Triple H is already in a feud with him.
Yeah, it's definitely Triple H.
Yeah, but wait, you just wait. It's Triple H.
Popped it right there, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame. So that truck crash angle in my sort of innocent kayfabe, half-believing days where I thought they legit were hurting each other. Mm-hmm. You know, like these were actual moves, but they just knew that one person was going to win. Mm-hmm. That's how, like, you know, much I believed. Even then, I was like, that's a bit much. Because how's The Rock going to come back from that?
It's been hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Oh, no.
Watch out, Kevin Nash is hurt.
Scott Hall just doesn't care either.
No. Steve Austin, middle of the card Steve Austin, which feels so weird.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. He's just not into it at all. As I said, like, you know, he borderline walks out of the company because of this. It was, you know, Brock Lesnar coming in and being like, yeah, you're going to lose to Brock Lesnar now. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
It's mad to think that we watched SummerSlam 2002 last week. Obviously, out for WrestleTalk Extra for Patreons next week. But yeah, that Brock isn't even here.
Not yet, no.
Not even here.
The brand split's not here yet. The brand split comes in after WrestleMania X8.
But this is April.
Yeah.
We're talking 4 months. And Brock Lesnar there's been a brand split, Brock Lesnar's debuted, and he beats The Rock in the main event of SummerSlam.
It's like a completely different company.
And Shawn Michaels is back.
Shawn Michaels is back. And there's been 3 other champions in that time period as well. One of which is Hulk smacking Hogan.
Who was beaten up by Brock Lesnar, one of the sort of big angles. I'm glad we watched that recently. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to recall a thing.
For the people who were asking in the chat, we aren't watching SmackDown.
No.
We thought we'd watch WrestleMania X8 instead because we hit a MEMBERG stretch goal on the 50k stream. And we would much rather watch this than SmackDown.
I think, you know, the thumbnail and the title would have given that away.
Yeah.
I know we've been talking about Scott Hall. Hey, maybe he has turned up on SmackDown. Is it start? So it's just about to start.
I don't know why I'm looking at my watch. The battery's dead.
How long have we got left of this show?
We have got 2 hours left.
1 hour 53 minutes.
2 hours left.
Well, no, it's important because we need those to. We need the.
We've still got time to shift over.
So this is halfway through. It really is mid-card. Like Kevin Nash being all big, sexy.
Michael Mayhem.
Michael Mayhem, good name.
Mahan, it was like McMahon. Without the muck. There's some. If you are watching SmackDown and watching this live stream, don't post like SmackDown spoilers because there are people who are going to watch SmackDown later and they don't want it spoiled. So I'm not that bothered, but I just saw someone there saying like, I'd rather not see spoilers.
I mean, I can spoil the show for you right now. Roman Reigns is going to have a half-hour-long promo
at the start of the show.
He's going to have like a face-to-face with John Cena at the end of the show. And there's going to be frickin' Shinsuke Nakamura versus
Baron Corbin.
Apollo Crews.
Could be. I think, did Shinsuke win the title last week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so they'll do that again.
Yeah, probably do that again, yeah.
There you go.
And I suppose the only big news that you may get out of it is if Sasha Banks is going to be pulled from SummerSlam.
I disagree with the person. Not that I disagree. I feel like we should have SmackDown spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm quite interested to know what's happening. It's a SummerSlam go-home show. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch SmackDown. What do you think? Should we have a vote?
Well, I've asked for a couple of polls and they've never come up.
Oh. Maybe Jenna isn't doing this.
Well, Jenna's very busy as well. Jenna's got a lot of stuff to do as opposed to on a whim. You'd just be like, poll please, Jenna.
It is 1:05 in the morning here.
Certainly is.
In the UK. And I think it's going to get loud. I don't know when downstairs is going to peak.
Yeah, maybe like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Because like you said to me when we was like, oh, it's getting louder. That's got 6 a.m. finish written all over it. I've actually got to try and sleep in this room.
We just saw...
There's the stunner.
Stunner. Oh, that's a good point,
Oh,
actually.
referee. Oh, Tim White.
Nash has pulled out the referee, clobbered the referee. He's trying to get in the ring as quickly as possible. Nearly slipped. And now bump and feed for Nash. I think that's another thing I don't like about this match. That it's both of them.
Yeah.
Who would you have had, like, if everyone was... If all three of the NWO were available, how would you have done it? Would you have had Austin versus Hogan?
Well, that's it, yeah. I think with the benefit of hindsight, you'd say you would do Hogan.
I do like it.
Like, you would do Hogan, Austin now. And I reckon if you'd have done Hogan, Austin now, Austin might not have walked.
Yeah. But then you would have had Rock versus who? Kevin Nash?
Scott Hall.
Yes!
Kevin Nash takes out
Perfectly
another
timed.
referee, the slidiest referee.
Thank God that referee slid so far, because Kevin Nash wasn't getting to him otherwise.
No. Uh-oh, Razor's Edge. You're not going to hit it from there, Scott.
Oh, big spit out. I mean, I know Scott Nash has a lot of... Did I just say it? No, I said it right the first time. I went Scott Hall. I mean Scott Nash. No!
Kevin Hall.
He sells really well for a big man. Like, he flops everywhere.
Yeah.
He probably chucks himself a boot. Canadian shit.
It looks like the referees are going to take Kevin Nash out of the equation.
Oh, they're going to get beaten up. Why stop now, Kevin Nash? You've assaulted 2 referees. What could they possibly be saying to him to now make him go back?
That's enough, mate.
All right.
Fair. Yeah, fair. You are right. I did interfere twice and I attacked 2 referees. I mean, and also, you know, this is the NWO's first big pay-per-view of matches, with matches as well. And Scott Hall he's lost this match twice already.
Really?
Well, Austin's had 2 visual pins on him.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I thought you meant in the build.
Mm.
Oh,
no,
Scott Hall
hits
stunner.
the stunner.
The original referee, Tim White, is crawling in. Oh,
Tim.
Oh, and he's snuggling them. 1, 2. Surely a kick out.
Oh, the kick out by Austin.
Tim White is still really hurt from getting pulled out of the ring, though.
Oh, and a 3rd stunner.
He's still standing.
It's a 4th stunner with a big old jump
I love
at
it.
the end.
You know what? Now I've seen it.
1, 2, 3. So yeah, Scott Hall essentially loses that match 3 times. And it doesn't make the NWO look particularly good.
No, it makes him look a bit lumbering and past it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then Hogan loses later, spoilers. So it's not a good start for the NWO.
I would say 2 stars.
Ooh.
But probably lower.
I'd have said 2. Maybe I'm gonna go 2.25.
Or you think it's higher?
Yeah, I don't know. That's 1 star.
1 star. Wow.
Wow.
Meltzer was not having a good time in this period, was he?
Well, I don't think a lot of wrestling fans were. Mickey Beach, my first Ultra Chat. I've been so distracted watching you guys. I've forgotten to feed the guinea pigs. Only when I went to the fridge to get a drink did I remember when they squeaked away for their food. It's been good watching with you guys.
Good lord.
Mark Mayhew. Hey boys, I hope you enjoyed my first ever chats I sent in this week. Glad to know I made you smile, and the rest of the WrestleTalk have made me and so many others smile along the way. Well, the great work that you do. Can't wait for Punk. I think I'm going to cry. Stephen Duggan. Guys, I was going to go to bed and set the alarm, but I'm too excited. It's like Christmas Eve. Between you guys, Between you guys keeping me company over the past 18 months, AEW putting out quality content, and the reward of Punk tonight and Brian to come, I'm just getting quite emotional. Josh the Dominic's listening to you guys while I watch Impact's Emergence show, and I want to thank you for everything you do. Can't wait to see your reactions tonight. If you could make Punk the leader of a faction in AEW, what 3 people would you choose to be in it?
Oh, Punk and a faction. Well, in an ideal world, him and Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Just like sort of ex Jerry Lynn.
Yeah?
I'm just trying to think. Some like kind of old Ring of Honor-y kind of faction.
Oh, I see. Right, okay. Yeah, okay, I'm with you now. I was going to say
Jimmy Jacobs is in Impact. Joey Mercury is in WWE.
Gallows and Serena Deeb do Creative Society. I don't think Punk needs a faction though. I think he's one of those guys like John Moxley didn't really need a faction either. As we get our recap of Access, timestamps for those interested is 1 hour 59 and 56 seconds.
And 2 hours now.
Steve Duggan, thank you guys so much. I was going to watch Smackdown, but decided to soak up the buzz with you two instead. 7.5 years I've been in pain waiting for Punk to come back. The juxtaposition of downstairs and you guys is genius. Who's going to have the better time? It's not them. They are having a terrible time downstairs. And
we're having the best time.
Stephen Costa said, don't worry lads, I'm here and I've got to be up for 8. I'm enjoying my beers from Beer 52. You guys are awesome. Wish I could meet you and just chill. Us 3 would have a lot of laughs.
One day.
We have to do it. We haven't done it, obviously.
A Rev Pro show, that's what I want.
For obvious reasons, we haven't been able to do fan meetups, but I think I'd like to do a fan meetup again at some point. Was Scott Hall's selling of the Stunner actually good? 61% said yes. Oh. Very, very good.
That's an unequivocal yes. You could do commentary with Michael Cole again.
Oh,
Triple H is going to spit on you. They loved it. Here's Undertaker. Is that a blockbuster?
Oh, you're going to call the match with Taz? That's way better.
A Booker T bust?
Oh, Booker T's not in the game. He's not in the game, though. He's got to play with Benoit
look at those
instead.
graphics. He didn't know he wasn't in the game, though.
Look at that. No, he did not know he was in the game.
Until he was playing it just then.
Yeah. That lot was probably like, well, so 2002, that'd have been Smackdown Know Your Role, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe Here Comes the Pain.
There's
No, it wouldn't have been
Ric
Here Comes the Pain, because
Flair.
Here Comes the Pain was like Brock, so it must have been Know Your Role.
Was that the first one where you could fight backstage?
No, I think you could do that on SmackDown too. It was the one. I think it was the first one on the PlayStation. Raven's in the game.
2 girls with Hulkamania bandanas and X7 shirts, crying meeting the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Stacy Keebler has a statue of her ass.
The ass,
The
Stacey.
ass, Stace. and you can put your hand on it and look at that guy's hair.
Oh my god.
It was the style at the time.
That's like something at a porno you know, like the porno conventions.
You had to put your hand on a statue of Stacy's ass with your spiky Green Day hair.
Oh, look at everybody cheering Hogan in an uncomplicated way.
Yeah.
Aww.
So lovely to meet you, brother.
Imagine MJF at one of these.
Oh, yeah.
I did the middle finger, I hate it. Did it off screen. Four corners elimination match. Hardy Boys versus APA versus Billy and Chuck versus the Dudley Boys. And Billy and Chuck are the tag team champions.
Such better belt designs. They're going to get played out by Saliva.
One of the coolest pyro entrances ever. I would have a missile pyro at the stage over Goldberg's and Batista's
I had
and Chyna's.
So on WWF Raw, I think on the Xbox, that was like one of the first ones where you could do like really detailed entrances and stuff. That you could control like all the different elements and stuff. Also, because it had a hard drive on it, you could load your own songs onto it and like use your own songs. So I had a Fear Factory song. I can't remember which one it was actually. I'm going to look up which Fear Factory song it was in a minute. But I had that, and I had the Dudley Boys missile thing go down, and then fire go up the entrance ramp, and then Kane's corner pyro go off.
Every entrance was a WrestleMania level entrance.
They were like, boom! To the Fear Factory. That was amazing.
So Stacy Keibler's out with the Dudley Boys here. In camouflage bikini.
It was on Archetype.
And boots.
I think it was Slave Labor by Fear Factory because it was off Archetype. It is, yeah, because that's the album. They've got a cover of School by Nirvana.
Before this,
that's an album I haven't listened to in years.
Before this starts, I'm gonna pop to the loo.
You go for it.
Shall I take my mic with me?
No, we don't need to hear you
Make a gun it.
Could you also fill up my water bottle, though? Are you going upstairs or are you going to the other ones? Yeah, no. Thank you. Get the tables! Oh, Saliva. You just weren't that good, were you? Oh, Shawn Mendes, did you use Poundman 5000 when worlds collide? That is a great... Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. Are you ready to go? 'Cause I'm ready to go. What you gonna do, baby, baby? Banging song. So here come the APA now, the Acolytes. Farouk and Bradshaw. Speaking of great entrance themes, I have a feeling that this match is not going to go long. It's just a way to bring that crowd down. And I think they're going to go down even further, because I think, if memory serves, after this... Oh yeah, because after this it's The Rock Hogan, and then it's the women's match after that, and then it's the main event. Bubba232, shout out to Rich and Modmother for their amazing work. Could not agree more, Bubba. Could not agree more. Thank you so much. Our moderators have been working so hard this past week because we have done an insane amount of streams, which still aren't over yet, because the Rampage stream will be a different stream. Our moderators will link you to that because they work so hard. And then we've got the SummerSlam live reactions tomorrow, the SummerSlam review on Sunday, as well as live reactions to TakeOver, and then a review of TakeOver as well, which is why I'm sleeping at the office. There's literally no point in me going home. I may as well live here. The drive back this week has really been like taken it out of us. So yeah, I'm not in my 20s anymore. You know, inching my way closer to 40. But thank you all so much for joining us this past week. It's been so awesome being back in the office. Forgotten about this music. I forgot that we were above a nightclub. I don't know how I managed to forget that, but I did. Genuinely forgot that that we're above a happening place on a Friday and a Saturday night. Apparently, over on Smackdown, it is Ray versus Jay. For a second then, because you were all doing the BWO thing, which is like our moderators, the Blue Wrench Order, because they've got that little blue wrench next to them, I really thought that the Blue World Order had debuted on SmackDown or come back on SmackDown, like Blue Meanie, Stevie Richards were there, and I was like, oh my god, the Blue World Order are back, maybe we should switch over to SmackDown. But no, you were just shouting out the moderators as you absolutely should. Thank you very much for that. Now we've got Billy and Chuck out. I missed the Hardy Boys entrance, but I can't imagine it was anything too spectacular. Good to me. D3M4R. Welcome, Memberg. Memberg. I was just having a bit of fun there, Davis, because we were shouting out the moderators.
Yeah.
And our moderators, of course, are called the Blue Wrench Order, because they've got that little blue wrench next to there.
Since when?
That's been a thing for a while. They're the Blue Wrench Order. And because we were shouting out the mods, everyone in the chat started going BWO.
Yeah.
And I hadn't put that 2 and 2 together, and I was like, oh my god, Stevie Richards and the Blue Meanie are on SmackDown. Maybe we should watch. Thank you for my water.
My pleasure. Are we allowed to look at SmackDown spoilers?
It is currently Ray versus Jey Uso.
So I've had a coffee American brown ale. What's this one? Well, that's a funky India Pale Ale. Karaoke Tears, that one's called. From Temperance Beer
Karaoke Tears.
Flannel Pajamas, Say No More. That's the one.
Yeah.
Oatmeal Stout.
Do I have one of them?
It's up to you.
I'll think about that.
Did you print off that thing?
No, I was going to ask. Adam's got a printer, hasn't he?
I don't know.
I'll text Adam in the morning. It's probably a bit too late to text him now, isn't it?
No, call him.
Call Adam.
What's up, call?
It's 20 past 1.
Right, mate. Can you print this thing for me? Oh, do you need it right now? No. Need about 12 hours.
Yeah. Just tomorrow will be fine.
Here he goes. Is it going to splooge everywhere? Splooge.
Guys.
I won't do it on the
Yeah, don't do it on the
fabric.
streets.
Splooge. I'm going to let it do its thing.
And you can let it do your thing at beer52.com/wrestle. Get yourself 10 free beers in a craft case. Delightful.
UK viewers only, £5.95 only for postage and packaging. Mwah!
We love Beer 52. They love us. 10 free beers on us, as bought by many members of the SWAF Nation. MEMBERGS, the lot.
Yes. That's nicer than the last one, and the last one was very nice. I can taste the oats.
The oats, Bill.
The oats.
I was thinking, when the bass really kicks in, you can go, the bass, Bill.
There's a sign in the crowd that says, Chucky sucks, Billy blows.
Gay jokes.
I mean, they are part.
Oh, walked right into a spine buster there.
Their wedding is one of the best reveals of all time.
Eric Bischoff reveal.
Oh my god. So, how did this Four Corners match come to be? To me, it seems like...
Clothesline from hell!
Great sell.
Incredible.
Turn him inside out. That is...
3D!
That's the sell they use on the video games.
Yeah. APA are eliminated.
Yeah, so of course, last year's WrestleMania had TLC 2. Edge and Christian have gone their separate ways. And the tag division is worse off for it.
Yeah, I mean,
immediately,
yeah. Like, this is just a thrown together tag team match. Get people on the card.
Vince was only ever like Jeff and Edge. When he saw those tag things, he was like, this will give them something to do for a while.
Quite the sell there by Palumbo.
Table's been set up outside. Jeff just threw himself.
Oh, I think we've got a new Memberg in. You'll never guess who this new Memberg is.
Is it a Patreon?
Tomo.
Tomo? Where's Tomo been?
Tomo.
Talk to us, Tomo. So you don't just in the normal chat.
He's just saying. He's just sending across some heart emojis.
Oh, Tomo.
Tomo, lovely to see you, Tomo.
How's things going? Just with you, Tomo. Oh, Jeff has taken off his top.
Yeah,
but equally as sexy as Stacy Keibler's rumpus.
He is distracted by that ass bill.
And he slaps that ass.
And she sold it great. Oh no! And then he's forcing herself.
Sexually assaulted her.
What a baby face.
I mean, look, I was gonna say she was asking for the ass slap. The ass slap.
Right.
But then, is that okay? Because but I think the kiss is too far.
It's too far, Jeff.
The Greco-Roman lip lock. It is a proper wrestling move. That ass, Jeff.
It was a different time. Tomo, it has been a while, my friend. Tomo.
Why is Tomo back? Is Tomo back for Punk? Or for the ass?
The ass, Tom.
The ass, Tomo. Tomo probably doesn't even know what the hell we're talking about. He's like, oh my god, I left for a couple of months. You've got a whole new load of incomprehensible in-jokes.
Yeah, we're very bad for the, everyone's comic book. Every comic book is someone's first comic book. We're very bad for that. We've got, just so many in-jokes.
I think we just get
get
bored quite quickly as well. So...
Oh, that ass bill. By the time it's on a t-shirt, you'll have moved past it.
And I'll be annoyed by it. I can already feel him. I'm already feeling stupid crap.
Space Campbell Jr.
Whoa, Space Campbell Jr. Thank you very much. I'm gonna cut this match.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, I'll be honest. There's
unless something big happens.
Because this basically is because they've got Austin Hall, then they've got Rock Hogan, then Triple H Jericho, and there are these two matches in between all of those that are there to kind of bring the crowd down. There's this one, and then there's a women's championship match. Mm-hmm. Bring them down so you can bring it back up, and it works quite well for Hogan. Rock doesn't work quite so well for Triple H Jericho.
Well, this is hardly a match to bring them down with. It's freaking Hardys and the Dudleys are in there.
Yeah, but it's meaningless, isn't it? There's no big table spots. There's just
aren't there? There's no shenanigans, no weapons.
Well, they've put up a table on the outside, but it's not it's hardly TLC 2. No.
I was gonna say Spike Dudley's turned up well, hasn't he?
Jeff looks so cool, doesn't he? Come on, look how cool he is. He's also the palest man on the planet.
Yeah, he's not that pale these days, is he? He's got like quite a strong tan.
That's face paint.
I saw a video of Jeff just like amazed by someone's face paint. You know when they leave the arenas and the fans wait for them outside? And Jeff was just like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Flawless Jeff Hardy impersonation.
Oh, hot damn. But it was so sincere and quite nice. And he just started having this very heartfelt conversation with this guy who would, have very good face makeup on as well, in front of all these people. And someone was filming it. And Jeff was just like totally with him in the moment. You feel like there's someone inside you who's also you. And like they were just having this. I was like, you are just. This is a drug conversation right here. But I love the sincerity of it. I've said it before, I don't get Jeff, but I cannot argue that the guy has a thing. And that thing he truly believes in. So all the power to him.
Nate Prussia.
Thank you, Nate Prussia.
And I believe Big Red-Eyed Machine.
The Big Red-Eyed Machine. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'd love to see all these new members.
You're going to get a little thing by your name. You're going to get some emotes.
Yeah, not emojis.
You're going to get video versions of our podcast intro and outros.
Always
Bit of exclusive content there. And actually super exclusive content because the audio podcast listeners do not get you turning on the record button.
That's right.
And then fumbling around the desk.
Oh, yeah.
And then me saying, do we record now? And you say, yeah, I've already hit the button.
Yeah.
Welcome! And then everyone hears that bit.
It's extra content. Rich
We're going to say something off colour once. It's going to get. This is how we ruin
That's how we
ourselves.
get cancelled. Rich just said in response to your Jeff Hardy story, drugs are a hell of a drug.
What's your favourite drug?
It's my favourite drug. I was a weed man.
It's talking like, Nurofen or
Paracetamol.
fish oil. Oh no, Luke. I did a thing today.
What did you?
I listened to a podcast and I ordered 80 quid of fish oil.
Oh no, is this your new fad?
I need 1 milligram of EPA.
So this is your new fad? How long do you think this one will last?
I don't know. Well, I've got a 3-month supply, so.
You hope 3 months at the very least. Oh, mate. So what did you learn about fish oil that made you buy 3 months worth?
Everybody always banging on about fish oil. And
Everyone's always banging on about it.
We've had a running joke about how effective fish oil is on this very channel.
Have we?
That's what... When you turned into Laurie...
Yes, you're absolutely right, yeah. Oh, someone just went through a table.
It's one of the supplements that is widely regarded where you get enough fish oil, you get enough vitamin D, no one's going to argue with that. Oh,
Swanton bomb.
That Swanton bomb.
1, 2,
Dudley's out
3.
next. Hardys versus Billy and Chuck. Yeah, that's the idea. It's one of those super things. Cognition, muscle repair, sleep, blah, 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 blah. I've lost you, I can tell.
No, it's just because people were asking, I just wanted to clarify that I haven't smoked weed in, nearly 20 years, maybe?
Well, we might be second-hand doing it.
Okay.
Because if you walk outside, it's not just the bass that's coming through the floorboards.
Yeah, the ganja.
The Mary Jane!
I think we are getting on for about 20 years since I last did a bucket.
It makes me very very asthmatic.
Oh, mate.
So I was never good at it.
So, buckets in particular really used to get me in the chest. But that was how my mate...
A bucket?
Yeah. Which where you like a bucket of water and you cut like a 2-litre bottle of Coke in half or something and you create little gauze on top.
Right.
and then you slide that up so all the smoke fills into the bottle, and then obviously hits the water. Take the gauze off, mouth over the bottle, and then you push it down so all the smoke
and
goes.
it pushes it up. Wow, physics.
Yeah, it's very good physics, but also very, very harsh on your lungs.
Jeff is he is not mucking about with these
swantons.
Swantons.
I am landing right on you.
I thought he's stuck them these days, but I mean, he's just chunkier now, isn't he? There's a relatively light Jeff here. But now he's dad bod Jeff.
2.
Come on, kick out. You got ages.
Oh,
yes.
he kicks out.
Kicks out the Fameasser. I mean, weed's legal in pretty much all of America.
Yeah,
now.
and apparently it's got a different name as well. In the US, that's called a gravity bong. Huh. Well, there you go.
Billy has just used the title belt. Is this it? It looks like it. Lame.
There you go. Lame. The heels win.
The heels won a meaningless 4-person match with no feud investment via cheating at WrestleMania.
It is 3 minutes shorter than Rock Hogan.
Bloody hell.
Have a guess at star ratings?
1.25?
I was going to say half a star. Sorry, where is it? There it is. 2.25 stars.
I don't know how. Didn't he give Kurt and Kane like 2 stars?
Yeah.
I thought Kurt and Kane was much better than that. NWO Backstage. I'm going to turn this. Scott Hall's still saying he's better than Austin. Brother.
He's asking Hall and Nash not to come out with him.
A babyface move.
Yeah.
I do feel like, I mean, and they're idiots if they didn't. And they were much smarter than that. You know,
Molly Holly.
Like Pat Patterson's agent in this match, he knew Hogan would get cheers.
He's going to get... Nope. She
Who
gets
is
taken
it?
out.
Who is it?
It's Christian.
Oh.
Christian has won the Hardcore Championship.
God, 20 years later, it'd be the TNA Impact champ. No, they've got rid of the TNA belt.
Have they really?
Well, I don't know if they've done that yet. Spoilers. It was on the tapings.
Oh, yeah. So it's now just the Impact Championship.
Yeah,
Okay.
one belt.
That makes sense.
But surely Kenny's winning it back, right?
Oh, don't know.
All out, yeah. Well, otherwise he loses the AEW title.
Well, what? It's not title for title yet, is it?
I thought it...
No, it's just an AEW Championship match.
Let's listen to this video package. It's a feud that writes itself.
Yeah.
And they overwrote it. Do you think we see the truck in this? If we do, it's a 1-second clip in the music part of the montage.
is all needed.
Third from the top.
Rock bottom.
That noise. What is that sound effect? Yeah, okay, pretty standard stuff so far, you know, hitting each other with their moves, the mics. Oh no, he's run him over with a truck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the Rock was back on Smackdown.
They've got like a real Marvel superhero sound to this.
Like, so the truck bit was literally like Rock just goes, nothing's going to stop me from doing this match. Why do it then?
Overbooked, overthinking it.
Yeah.
WWE all over. Weird build. Great match at the pay-per-view.
And it's also like, it's so funny as well that this whole feud has been built around, this is wrestling's past versus wrestling's future, and that future leaves the company in a couple of months.
Well, for the other future.
Yeah, but for Brock Lesnar, who also then leaves the company, you know, a year or so later.
Sign of a good company.
Oh, yeah.
High
turnover of top
turnover. They're keeping it fresh. But then they solved that and they had just one guy on top for 10 years.
Decade plus. Worked out well for them, didn't it?
And then they found another one.
Yeah. And the declining ratings suggest that it worked.
Hey. People are sleeping a lot these days.
Yeah.
And that is a big competition to WWE programming.
(20-2).
1 hour 20.
Jonathan Starring.
Time.
Jonathan Starring.
Thank you, Jonathan
Thank you
Starring.
so much.
Memberg. Also, beer52.com/wrestle. You know, it's kind of a. I know you have to pay £5.52 for the £5.50.
£5.95.
£5.95 for the postage and packaging. But really, it's a gift to you from us, UK viewers only.
10 beers.
10 craft beers
for 59p a can.
It's helping me through.
Yeah. Click that link, top of the video description.
If I have enough, I might cry. Ugh, this match.
This music though, so great.
Can we can boost the audio, can't we? The crowd is such a big part of this match. Although I have been told watching it with the sound off is fascinating.
Yeah.
Because I know someone who used to train their students by saying, watch this match and watch Hulk Hogan specifically. Because it's the master of psychology already.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Hearing that
like
crowd.
He can sense it. He's like, oh, I'm a babyface.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cool.
So full of leather. The smell what the Rock is cooking.
So they're cheering him now. When do they start booing him? Is it when they're doing the face to face? Pretty sure, by the way, the stone steps, the concrete steps opposite the hard cam, on each step, it has a sticker that says the word "ouch" on. If someone was to.
You reckon?
No, I'm pretty. I saw it earlier, but I didn't point it out. You can just hear bass.
Oh, so much bass. The bass, Bill.
It's one of the most iconic images of all time, that face-off.
Mm. And it's just like the looking one way and looking the other.
I don't think Stone Cold could have done this, like had this kind of match. I don't know what it would have been. Because it's about showman versus showman, and Steve's not that.
Yeah. But with the crowd have booed Steve.
How loud can we make this without getting copyright strike? There's so many Hogan signs in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Everyone was excited to see Hogan back. A lot of Hulkamaniacs have now grown up.
Oh.
Oh, the longer they do it. I reckon at this point, Triple H and Jericho are like, oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And the women.
Yeah.
How are we going to follow this, girls?
Uh-oh.
Okay, the match has begun. The bell's rung.
And it's time for some Hogan tests of strength, brother.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah. And oof.
Huge cheers for Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This crowd were into Hogan, man.
See, the headlock to each side of the ring to look at these pythons.
Yeah, now everyone can see the arms.
It's the move that accentuates the biceps the most, the headlock. So that's how you do an exciting headlock.
Yeah.
Rock is flipping around for him.
Because it's all about them 24-inch pythons, brother.
Oh. Oh my God. Like, the crowd have been good all night because it's Canada, Toronto. But this is double?
Oh, yeah. And this is the thing as well, like the commentators, and I hate this, they're like, what a mixed reaction. This is not a mixed reaction, guys.
Yeah, so the urban, well, I don't know if it's an urban myth. The story is they changed the match on the fly because Rock was, everyone was cheering Hogan so much. So Rock started to work the match as a heel.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe it.
And the other urban myth around this is that they had no idea that Hogan was going to get this reaction in Toronto. No idea, which is why they had that segment where Hogan said, as a babyface, I want to go out there and do this on my own. I had no idea it was going to happen. So much so that he didn't have his red and yellow gear in Toronto, like for Raw the following night, Because they then was like, oh, we're going to do the big thing. You're going to come out in the red and yellow. And
You always bring your gear. Pete Gas will tell you that.
That's it, yeah. If you listen to Pete Gas a couple of times.
It's a nice story. I'm skeptical.
Rock's laying the Smackdown now.
Yeah, a lot of this match is just very basic spots. Test of strength, push you over, couple of punches, and then these long periods in between of just crowd noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, also Pat Patterson, the guy who agented the match and booked the match, from Canada.
Yeah. The crowd went banana. Because also, like, I know they've done a lot to make Hogan the heel in this match. He ran him over with a truck.
While he was in an ambulance.
Yeah, for flip's sake, because he hit him in the back of the head with a hammer. But surely, you've listened to the reactions these have been getting on TV. Like, you can't be that thick to then be like, well, it would definitely get booed in Canada.
Well, this is the thing, like, you say that, and I agree with you, that they're smart people, of course. But then, think of WWE in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Think of, like, all the easy mistakes they make. And they're genuinely like, oh, we didn't see that coming.
Because Pritchard, I'm pretty sure Pritchard has told this story on his podcast, where he was, like, just standing, like, in sort of amongst the crowd, and was just like, I didn't see this coming.
You can't see past Vince's ass, that's why. The ass, Bill.
Vince's ass. Bruce.
Oh, I got my Pritchards mixed up. Sorry, yeah, Bruce.
Oh yeah, someone said like, I mean, this is the same company that wouldn't push Daniel Bryan, even though the crowd were like, could you please push Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
We'd really appreciate that.
And made Becky Lynch cut a You People promo.
Yeah, when they were cheering her like the biggest babyface in the world. You people have never been on my side. Becky, Becky, Becky. You people never cheered for me.
No, we love you, we just hate Charlotte.
You people never cheered for me. Becky, Becky.
So maybe, I don't know, we all think this era they were smarter, but were they?
Or is it actually just a much better story to tell on a podcast, creates urban myth?
Yes.
Also, that story makes Hogan feel like such a bigger star. Because it's just like, the crowd reacted to him like the biggest megastar on the planet.
Even though I was a huge heel.
Even though I was such a heel, brother.
That is a very Hogan story.
Isn't it just? You know,
might be on something there.
Hulk Hogan was, he was going to be the bass player for Metallica.
He worked I don't think I told you this. I wrote a short story for my writing group about a guy who worked 380 days a year using this new productivity method technique called time marking or something, TM. And it was using Hogan's. He just flew around the world.
Yeah.
And he was always thinking he was keeping ahead of himself, but actually his life was falling apart.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, that's such a good idea." And the feedback afterwards, I was like, "Funny story." You know Hulk Hogan turned down the George Foreman grill.
Oh, apparently so, yeah. Opted for Pastamania instead. But yeah, they went to Hogan first, and then Hogan turned it down, so they had to go to George Foreman.
That just means he's a terrible businessman. He's a failure. He missed out on Metallica. He missed out on the grill.
I think the story is he turned Metallica down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they were better off without him.
Yeah. I'm sure they turned him down.
To think, you might have listened to a full album.
I might have done Hulk Hogan on the bass guitar.
James, let's play Master of Puppets, brother.
What was that? Chokeslam?
Like a chokeslam type thing, yeah.
A Renji.
Oh, it looks like Thomas Correa.
Thomas Correa, thank you very much for becoming a MEMBERG.
MEMBERGS. Excuse me.
Have you seen the Laurie versus Sully? It goes live tomorrow, but I've seen it uploaded to the back end.
I loaded it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Laurie's, because the Wi-Fi at Laurie's hotel is real bad, so I loaded it.
Oh, a huge spill from Roxy outside. What a bloody fun match this is.
It is, isn't it?
Like, there's not been a single bit where I've been like,
This is
yeah.
Because that's the thing, like the what people always say about this match, like, the crowd are the best thing about it. The match itself actually is really rubbish. It's not a work rate match.
No.
It's a Hogan match.
Well, I'd be curious to see what Meltzer has rated it. Do you know?
I don't actually. I know it's not 5 stars, and there are some people who are very mad about that.
I mean, what do you want them to do? It's The Rock and Hulk Hogan. They're not gonna TLC it, are they?
No, exactly.
Maybe a fireball.
Maybe.
I think downstairs the DJ's bringing them down. He's bringing them down.
Well,
He's bringing them down.
Yeah, no, I am right. It's okay. I had a proper panic on for a second then because someone just posted in the chat, oh, it's 9 minutes until CM Punk. And I was like, no, it's an hour and 9 minutes.
Don't do that to us.
Yep.
Honestly, Luke has been so worried about the time we started this show.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that I got it right. I was like, well, if we started the show at 12, then it would end at 4. So if I started at 11, that means it ends at 3. That's fine.
Well, ref bump. What we'll be doing, folks, by the way, is we'll be ending this stream once we've finished the pay-per-view, and then we will be starting a new stream, which is already scheduled. So we can set a reminder for it or have it open.
Our mods will be posting links to it before we end off. Oh no, ref bump. Spinebuster.
Here it is. Oh, he didn't go up high, did he? It always annoys me when The Rock isn't facing the hard cam for the people's elbow. Oh.
Nope. Not time yet.
Why is Hogan getting up after a spinebuster and The Rock's still down?
It's not the time. Because you got to do the sharpshooter instead. Ooh. Booing the sharpshooter in Canada.
How do you bleach just that bit?
An excellent. Hogan's tapping.
Actually got it locked in though, that sharpshooter.
Go on, ref. Oh, you're gonna turn around, Rock.
Because I watched
Rocky
Free Guy
sucks.
today. The referees behave so much like NPCs.
Yeah. It's a low blow to the Rock. Rock bottom by Hogan!
Huge pop. Yes.
1, 2, 3. Oh, there's the ref.
Oh.
1, 2.
Oh.
The late kick up by the Rock.
Amazing. Oh, I'm gonna whip you, boy.
Time for a whipping, boy. He's going to whip you like he played bass guitar for Metallica. Metallica, who, by the way, turned down Les Claypool, the greatest bass player on the planet. And the reason for it, he's the bass player and singer of Primus. And the theory behind it, the story as so it goes, is that they turned down, when they were looking for a new bass player, Les Claypool really wanted to do it, but they were like, you're too good, and you're going to make all of us look bad.
Yeah.
So we can't have
That's
you.
fair.
Yeah, that's the story as it goes anyway, which I would probably agree with, because Les Claypool is incredible.
Is he the guy behind that one?
Just is that the Seinfeld? Yeah, he's not that guy.
I think that guy's the best bass player.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote that one.
He did do the theme song for South Park.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's Primus.
I never knew that. I've heard the word Primus.
Going down South Park
and he is the person, because in the credits
it comes in, and that voice is Les Claypool.
Hot damn.
1, 2.
We've all learned two?
No, but he's got
a strong two. Hulk up, Hogan.
It's time to Hulk up.
Let me unambiguously enjoy you. Yes. Oh!
And here we go. Boff.
Oh!
Oh, it's in it for a big boot. The boot.
Yes.
Leg drop.
You hear that cherry call? What's he gonna do?
And the atomic leg drop.
That was the most Rock could sell it.
2. Rock kicks out.
A kick out, a strong kick out at 2 as well.
Hogan can't believe it. No one kicks out of the immortal leg drop.
Frickin' fantastic.
Jerry, what's he gonna do?
Take notes, Kenny Omega. Not a single V trigger's been hit here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for it again.
He's gonna go for another leg drop.
Oh no,
he
he moved.
The Rock got out of the way.
Oh god, even
he
I want
landed on
Hogan
his ass
to win
bill.
now. The ass.
And it's the Rock bottom.
Oh, I do love the Rock bottom. I know, really, isn't that impactful? But
it's cool though, isn't it?
it's so good looking.
Yeah. We absolutely called it, by the way. The main event of SmackDown is a face-to-face between Roman and Cena.
Of course it is.
Apparently, everything apart from that has been rematches. And one of the polls is going to be on Raw.
One of the what, sorry?
The polls. Like Logan or Jake or over there.
Oh. Kip up from the Rock. Oh, here we go.
You'll enjoy it as well. It's on Moist TV.
Oh, great. Oh. Huh? It's the wrong way round for SummerSlam. Surely you want that celeb match there.
There you go, the People's Elbow. The crowd are electric for that.
Is Raw in Las Vegas?
2, 3.
Winning with the People's Elbow. God damn.
I believe it is in Vegas.
That's probably why.
Yeah. Are they from Vegas?
Well, I know they sort of fight. They're both trying to be boxers, aren't they? So
Okay.
that is the only link in my head. What do you think about the People's Elbow as a finisher in a match like this? Or, CM Punk famously lost to the People's Elbow.
I don't mind it. They got over as a finish. The people react to it as a finish. So, it's wrestling. Like, it's no less impactful than a leg drop.
It was always a setup, in my mind, to the Rock Bottom.
Oh, I disagree.
It's a signature, not a finisher.
No, I disagree. I think that switched after a while. Like, the Rock Bottom became the signature to set up for the People's Elbow. Like, yeah, it's no more impactful than the Atomic Leg Drop.
No.
The Ultimate Warrior doing a splash.
Maybe it's just what I grew up with.
Yeah.
In my intense period. I like the theory behind Punk losing to the People's Elbow, because the whole story was a lot about Punk being the voice of the voices, but he's not. The Rock is.
Yeah.
I just don't think it worked because no one really was
Well, people went into the idea of Rock being the champion.
Yeah.
Well, that's sort of the tone-deaf
Yeah.
booking of the situation, unfortunately. Because I agree with you there, it totally didn't work. People, I mean, I would say now that the people wanted Punk to be in that WrestleMania main event, and people were really behind that. But according to Roman Reigns, that was never the case, and it was only ever the Cena and The Rock were only ever really top stars in that period of time.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens now. Hey?
Well, this Punk guy, they sold out a building without actually announcing him on the potential tease that he's there, but I don't know if he can draw.
Let's see where they're at. This T-shirt, this Brandon Cutler personal appearance company. Hogan is extending the handshake.
He is.
To Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The Rock's like, sorry, mate, what now? And there's the handshake.
There's the handshake, brother. Look at Hogan selling the ribs from the elbow.
Because they never knew that Hogan would be cheered in Canada. Yeah. Is there something about Hogan to you sometimes that makes you, particularly in this part of his career, that makes you think Santa Claus out of season?
I think he did play Santa in a movie.
Did he?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was Santa with muscles.
Oh, that rings a bell.
Which sounds like
Like
an
a
elevator.
VHS.
Sounds like an elevator pitch more than a movie title. Here's the deal: Santa with muscles.
And what's the title?
Santa with muscles, starring Hulk Hogan.
Here's £10 million.
Watching Hogan's movie period, that early '90s movie period. Well, it's one of my favorite things because The Rock had the exact same problem. Is that he didn't know what to call himself. Didn't want to just be Hulk Hogan. Wanted to have his own brand. So he starts being called like Terry Hogan or Terry Hulk Hogan.
Oh no, the Outsiders.
Oh no, the NWO
beating
are turning
him
on
down.
it. 1 month after debuting, the NWO have imploded.
They just and nobody knew that Hogan was going to get cheered in Canada here.
But here comes The Rock to make the save. Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Real bad night for the NWO.
Yeah. Well, not for. I guess Hogan lost, but he looked like a champ in defeat.
Certainly did.
The other two didn't. What else has happened on SmackDown?
Apparently, Edge has come back as the Brood Edge, or he's done a bloodbath on the show.
No, that's trolling, surely.
Too many people are saying it for it to be trolling.
Has he killed a guy?
But it's black fluid. It's not like the red viscous liquid because they don't want it to look too much like blood. So it's just like black.
Yeah.
Black goo has fallen from the ceiling.
Let me go on to WrestleTalk.com for the SmackDown live results. Oh well, the last update was 5 minutes ago. Seth Rollins promo. Seth Rollins is back. This time he's doing his best Brother Love impression in his bright white suit. A bright white suit. I can see where this is going.
See where that's going. There's not some cake around. There's definitely something going on there.
Shotzi and Tegan Nox won a championship contender, or get a championship contender match.
What was that one?
Nox and Shotzi beat the champs, which means they earn a future title shot.
But they've beaten them already.
Yeah, who's writing these recaps? I haven't got the author name. Well, whoever's doing the WrestleTalk.com coverage, you're very funny. That's great, except it happened several weeks ago in a championship contenders match. Nothing like proving yourself twice.
That sounds like Nate.
Oh, but that means Natty was back.
Yeah, apparently Natty's back.
Hogan's posing, Rock's happy. Total
Everyone's
impromptu.
happy.
Bianca, not thrilled with Banks, delivers some pretty awful dialogue about what she's going to do to Carmella and Zelina Vega.
Who she's beaten.
I'm sure that went up next.
Johnson Multichats?
Yes.
Perseus M said, love the Dudleys so much growing up. Was anyone else almost suspended for having a tables match at a high school during lunch break? Joel Smith,
Yes.
my entire entrance music was Blind by Korn when Jonathan Davis goes, are you ready? I popped up from under the stage like Rey Mysterio. That's a long ass intro as well. That's about 40 to 50 seconds of just tick 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 boom doom doom doom. Stephen Costa just became a pledge hammer. You name the date of your fan meets and I'll be there. I've got the shirts. I've got the wrestling knowledge. Shame I don't have the requirements you need. Also, I'm waiting for potential CM Punk return. You guys are awesome. And the music just stopped. Abruptly so.
2:10.
The kick it out time.
It's the K-hole, I believe they call it.
The K-hole?
Yeah, when you've taken enough ketamine to... Have you not heard of the K-hole?
I've never taken ketamine or been around people that have done ketamine.
So what happens is it's like all of reality falls away and you're just in this like tunnel that you're falling down and you can only see a speck of light at the top. Called K-holing.
Okay.
So I'm told.
Stephen Duggan. Luke, would new metal exist without Faith No More? Which grunge bands are your fave? I'm a PJ guy and I love them all. It's Pearl Jam, of course. Started AEW Island Group on Facebook 3 weeks ago. Got nearly 600 MEMBERGS already. Hope to do meetups, watch-alongs, etc. Bang some powder. I think Faith No More are part of the sort of introducing some rap elements to it, but I think the Chili Peppers also influential in all of that. But I think the new metal really is sort of like it's, I think Korn, Limp Bizkit, Deftones are kind of like the three corners of a triangle. For,
that works.
They're the Trinity, yeah. Sorry, for a second I thought corners meant four. But Faith No More, my favourite band of all time. So, but grunge bands, I'm a bit of a basic bitch. It is Nirvana.
Hulk Hogan is just putting over the Rock so incredibly strongly at the end of that, by the way.
Yeah, so he can then
almost
go back.
Too much.
So he can go backstage and get Vince just like, I tried my best, brother, but the reactions were all for the Hulkster. I really tried to get them to do.
Look
Wait! It's WrestleMania, babe! It's one of my all-time favourite Big Show moments. WrestleMania, baby! Woo! I just need to cut back now to Cody Rhodes going, woo.
Have we had an interaction between them two yet in AEW?
No, we haven't yet.
Oh, why has that not happened?
Ooh.
Surely Cody... Big Show's feuding with QT.
Yeah.
QT's always losing to Cody. Talk to each other, guys. You got a common enemy.
Daniel Alderson. Love to see it.
Thank you, Daniel.
Nimby Dagda said, for anyone looking for good wrestling to watch while waiting for Rampage, Mission Pro's latest pay-per-view goes live in 5 minutes. Also, my Beer 52 beers arrived this morning. I think I'll start with the Tropical Hazy IPA.
Yeah, I saw that.
Love the sound of
What
that.
shall I have next?
Trenton Brown, it's a feud that writes itself. And they overwrote it. Something that could be applied to WWE feuds 20 years later.
Yeah. All the time. It's in their it's in the DNA of the company.
Caleb Maldonado, in a perfect wrestling world, I think a great feud would be MJF versus The Miz. Say what you want about him,
Jesus.
but... Say what you will, but the... Say what you will about him, but the promos and build would be fantastic. Also, Pepsi seems to be an appropriate drink for tonight, right? You're not into the idea of in a perfect world, an MJF versus Miz feud?
What is this perfect world where Miz can... I mean, he can wrestle. It's not my particular favourite style of match to watch.
I think the perfect world is that they're on the same show.
The promos would be really good, but I think MJF would rinse him.
Oh yeah, absolutely he would. Like night and day.
But I don't, maybe if Miz had the sort of the safety wheels off or whatever, brakes, stabilizers, forcible entry.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Maybe he could be, because he's a fantastic talker.
he's a fantastic talker, learning lines and things like that. Could he do it off the cuff? Who knows? We've got some MEMBERGS here. John Picolet. Sorry, I'm going to try and get that right. Let's try to stretch my eyes here to see it. Oh, actually, there's a few. John Picoletti. There's one. And we've also got Chris Swick. It's a much easier one for me to say. And Jake Hahn. Man, the MEMBERGS running wild.
Thank you, MEMBERGS. We thought you only joined to make us watch this pay-per-view, but really, you're still joining.
Pete Dazzle just said, feel like that match wouldn't be that good. So, the big question is, your star ratings for Dwayne Johnson versus Terry Bollea.
Genuinely, sincerely, it's a 5-star match. It's a perfect match. It's everything it needed to be. And I love it. 4.5.
I think it's going to be 4.5. 3 stars.
You are freaking kidding
3
me.
stars.
What does he say? Oh, I like the look of this one.
Oh, that is cool, isn't it?
I will go for this. This is Beer 52. If you were confused about what that person just ultra chatted in about, UK viewers only. If you go to beer52.com/wrestle, you can get one of these crates for free. 10 craft beers, a little packet of I think it's 2 packets of snackaroos, and like a sort of magazine to tell you about the beers, articles about beer, and not just this is good beer here. This is how you should treat beer as an adult. You should get into it.
You should.
You shouldn't just try the basic brands. Don't be a basic beer bitch. Beer52.com/wrestle.
You know, we had Daniel Alderson came in as a MEMBERG earlier.
Yeah.
He just said, my name is not Daniel Alderson. It's pronounced Daniel Alderson.
Older son.
Older son. So here is what Dave had to say about it. As mentioned earlier, this is a match that was probably great live, but won't hold up. It was similar to Hogan Warrior in Toronto from a storyline, but Hogan Warrior had far less sloppiness and missed spots. But this match had far more consistent action and less resting, though they were dealing with Warrior's legendary cardio at the time. Hogan Warrior was 3 3/4 to me watching it, and a week later watching a replay, felt embarrassed because it didn't hold up. Years later it looked awful. Just like watching back all those Jim Duggan tapes where he was super over in Mid-South and going, how could I not realise how bad this guy actually was?
What? So he's writing that the week of.
The week of.
So how can he know that it's gonna? He's sort of speculating in the future.
Probably because he's comparing it to
those styles.
To the Warrior match.
I'd be curious. Is there anyone watching? Just don't feel the need to ultra chat in. You can go on the live chat. Who has never seen that match before and has just seen it, and what do you think of the match?
Mm-hmm. Ben Plim.
Plim, Plim, Ben.
So we have got, Toronto's own Trish Stratus here looking to win the championship. Amazing reaction for her. She's in the country's colours.
She's wearing some sort of flag. A sparkly flag.
Yep, the Canadian maple leaf.
Ric Flag.
Bulldog by Trish.
Yeah, the crowd are exhausted.
Yeah.
But
you would be, wouldn't you?
If you just put on another big, good match.
Someone said it's their first time watching it. Loved it. Never watched it before. It was awesome. First time watching it, I'd give it 4.5.
Yeah. It is 4 T-minus 45 minutes, by the way.
It is.
And we've got 35 minutes left of this show.
My first time seeing this match. Stopped watching in 2000, came back the following year. Crowd was great, but after hearing about it so much, thought Hulk was too heelish.
So he does, he taps, he does the low blow. Yeah, I know what you mean. I didn't mind it. But because you've got to remember, he is still that NWO character. You see that as kind of a transition match from a heel character to a babyface character. So you can't be all-out babyface. Personally, I think it works.
Yeah. First time seeing Hogan vs. Rock, it was great.
Lita just tried the Twist of Fate.
Yeah.
And now she's trying it again.
Twist of Fate to Jazz.
Bit of a jazz naissance at the moment.
Lita's trying to take her top off, but she couldn't quite do it. She's going up for the Lita salt. Oh, but Trish gets the knees right in her throat.
Lita completely cleared Jazz.
Trish gets a near fall. Ooh, chopped to the throat.
Well, you can't hit the boobs.
You can't?
I don't think you want to, but it's quite sensitive areas.
Well, you could try to hurt them, aren't you? It's real. That's what Bradshaw keeps telling me.
Yeah. I feel like all the referees are a bit greased up on this. They're very slidey.
Mm-hmm.
They're Canadian referees.
Oh. Trish gets caught in the ropes and she gets thrown to the outside.
God, what a weird spill. Even when she fell off the apron, she was half on the steps.
Yeah. Lita going up to the top. Trish is back up.
Spanish Fly.
Trish gets knocked off the apron again. Jazz has Lita up for a middle rope fisherman suplex. 1, 2,
that was great.
3.
Oh.
Yeah. Were you expecting Trish to win there?
At least she wasn't pinned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to hazard a guess at the star rating for that one?
Oh dear. Half.
Yeah, I think half star's fair. -1 star.
-1, bloody hell. Well, Trish, should have won. Okay, Christian is now trying to leave with the hardcore title. About an hour after he won it.
Well, he's had to call it. Uber wasn't around then.
Yeah, so he's getting into a taxi.
But look, it's Maven, the man who had it at the start of the night. 1, 2, 3. Maven's just won the Hardcore Championship back.
And now Maven is stealing the cab.
He's stealing the cab and his gear. Oh, and now Christian is going to have another meltdown. Do you want to hear the review of the match?
Nice.
Fast-paced, but this was the worst stuff on the show. Just totally fell apart. This was worse than watching indie guys in their early matches that at least have basic training from a school. And the problem wasn't Jazz. -1 star.
-1 star. Here we go. Undisputed Championship match.
What a main event this feels like, eh?
Oh dear.
And it's Saliva doing Triple H's entrance theme.
Forcible entry. Maybe we should release an album. We've done enough covers.
Oh, I actually put together this track listing a while ago.
What are they? There's
I've got it written down. So
when I was tidying up the office and I found loads of T-shirts, and one of them was my "I'm Not Like Most Girls" Nia Jax T-shirt. It's in that cover.
Really?
Yeah, and it has what I found most fascinating: an NXT yellow tag. You know, like WWE official T-shirts. They've got like WWE the hologram.
Sorry, I've thought of a different T-shirt. Yes, no, I know what you mean now. Yeah. They used to have the little yellow NXT tag on them. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
So, here is the WrestleTalk album. Ollie Davis, Force of Greatness. Ollie Davis, that's the Nia Jax theme song.
Oh.
Ollie Davis, the Wrestling Christmas song.
Wrote that. That's an us original. That is.
Yes. Luke Owen, Welcome to the Queendom.
Yeah.
Luke Owen and Ollie Davis.
Oh, that rap. Oh.
Luke Owen and Ollie Davis, No Scrubs.
Yes.
Luke Owen and Ollie Davis, True Love. Ollie Davis, Sexy Boy. Luke Owen, Ollie Davis and Laurie Blake, Waterfall. Pete Quinnell, Gorgeous. Luke Owen, The Muscle Man Dance. Luke Owen and Ollie Davis, Do They Know It's Christmas? Which we absolutely butchered on a live show.
Were we drunk?
No,
that was at the...
It was just at the end of a magazine show, I
Didn't
think.
we even say, like, let's just end every magazine episode with a song?
Yeah. Then Ollie Davis, Light It Up. Adam Blompier, The Ballad of the Big Dog. Another original. Luke Owen and Ollie Davis, My Shadow and Me.
Yeah.
Then Andy Datson, Holler, but that was the last time I updated it. So since then, it's Andy Datson, Fabulous.
Yeah. And that's it, I think.
And you Shake It Off and Judas.
To be confirmed. Yeah, coming soon.
Yeah. Oh, saliva.
So how many tracks would that be?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, I think. 17 or 18.
Well, what we should do...
Oh, Pete Assman! There you go, that's 18. Sorry, thank you, Rich.
What we should at least do is... Because some of those videos were never uploaded as individual videos. Maybe if we upload them as unlisted, then we can have a playlist of them all at least. So people can see them on the channel homepage.
Yeah.
Maybe on the WrestleTalk Podcast homepage.
Yeah, well, it feels like partsFUNknown is fun irreverent content, isn't it?
And then maybe as like a Patreon thing, we could make a little crappy CD with artwork and mail it out to people. Signed.
Yeah. But that's doing poses.
Do a full album shoot. We could get vinyls printed.
Well, now we're getting into... I mean, I'm in for it.
You know when Lonely Island released a bunch of their album on vinyl, but with it was all the different Styles Boys album covers, same album, but
yeah.
Graham got Standing in Front of Buildings,
Yeah.
which is the best name for that kind of record. Oh, Stephanie
managing Chris Jericho here for really no reason, apart from just to get her involved, because Triple H came back as a baby. That's another one they always say. Triple H, like, I didn't expect the reaction that I got when I came back for the Royal Rumble. BS. Bollocks, did you? You knew it was going to be massive. You were hyping it up on TV. They were showing video packages of you getting ready. But yeah, because he's back as a babyface now, Steph can't be his manager.
So he came back at the Rumble.
Just before the Rumble, and entered himself into the Rumble, then he won the Rumble, yeah.
And obviously Jericho has been champion
Since
Vengeance the previous year.
Yes, which is in December, yeah, which you and I watched.
So he's been champ for 4 months
4
now.
months-ish, yeah.
Who else has he had matches against?
I think
main event, or was he sort of...
It was The Rock at... I think, was it The Rock at Royal Rumble?
Is he just winning via interference and stuff?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
It's so weird seeing Stephanie and Jericho together.
Exactly. Considering after, in 2001, they were feuding. Like, over the summer and stuff. When she had Rhino as her, she'd hired Rhino to take out Jericho. It's like, I'm going to get that nasty, snarling man beast at SummerSlam. I'm going to get you too, Rhino. Yeah, Jericho beat The Rock at Royal Rumble. And then at No Way Out, Jericho beat Austin for the title. And then it was WrestleMania X8.
Triple H is wet.
He is tanned out the wazoo.
He's dripping. Look at him.
Yeah. That's so Jericho really can't get a grip of any holds.
Yeah, is that why he sprays the water at the start?
Yeah.
Never gonna catch me.
Isn't Pete supposed to be coming in?
Yes. Soonish.
Yeah. I suppose it's fast. He's got time.
Pete wants to watch Rampage so much, he has broken two very expensive lights. So he has to come in to shoot his news later this morning / today, Saturday.
Yeah.
He rang me up during my nap to tell me that he'd broken lights and that he didn't know what to do. Speak of the Emma effing devil.
Oh, there he is.
Here he is. It's Pete.
We were literally just talking about
It's
you.
Pete.
Yeah, we were just thinking. I was about to just turn and isn't Pete supposed to be coming in?
Did you get to sleep? Did you have a sleep? How long did you sleep? 3 hours is more than enough.
It's more than I've had.
You can snuggle with Luke because Luke's gonna sleep in the office.
Sure is.
Have you got a pump for the airbed? Like
It's,
a motor one?
Yeah, it's done by USB. It's the future.
That is the... What age are we living in sometimes? Pinch me. It's not a dream.
It's not true. Look, I know this is the main event, but I'm actually going to use this as my bathroom break. Because this match is...
Don't blame me.
Match is rubbish. Jericho, Jericho Triple H.
This should finish 5 minutes before Rampage.
Well, the match is 20 minutes long. It actually should end about 10 minutes. We can stop it and then head up into the other screen. Get Pete's mic set up.
We'll have to slightly reframe the shot because there's only 2 of us right now. But we could just maybe push these together. Rich has done some fancy compressing things. So people can hear it, but it's not like... It's not nowhere near as loud as we can hear it. What's it like downstairs? You didn't fancy a bit of club action? Are you keeping up with what's the exciting stuff on Smackdown?
I was briefly checking Twitter in the Uber over, and I saw everyone being like, man, this is boring. So...
Do you think they're just saving it for...
They've been saving it for when fans were back.
Oh no, I
They've
mean...
been saving it for SummerSlam, and then they've been saving it for this.
Like the main event's going to go long. Like cut into Rampage long.
Maybe, yeah. Wouldn't be surprising.
Did you hear what happened to Seth Rollins?
He got bloodbath, right?
Bloodbath. Big go home angle. Oh dear. Boogs is tagging with Nakamura against Aziz and Cruz. It's going to be a fun review tomorrow. Well, maybe you just review Rampage.
See, that's what I'm going to say, because realistically, I'm not going to title it anything from SmackDown.
So Triple H is putting Jericho in the figure 4. No one is really reacting to this match. Stephanie raked Hunter's eyes behind the referee's back. But now Triple H has grabbed his own wife's hair, pulled her up onto the apron, and is being very careful with her, so Chris Jericho could spear her. Here he is. So all week you've been saying, I want to hang out and watch Rampage.
Yeah.
So you broke 2 lights.
I didn't intentionally break the lights so I could watch Rampage. This just seems like the logical next step after needing to review Smackdown early because of the equipment here.
You should probably, I don't know how you're going to do it, set up another mic pack. There's some mics there. I don't know what to do.
I figured I'd sit out once Luke comes back until the stream is done, and then we'll get set up.
I don't know how long it's going to be. You just put the mic on. Nope,
He's back.
He's here. Get out of here, Pete.
I will. I'll see you on Rampage. Get off my set. I'll see you at Rampage. Yeah.
You going to put the championship on the line?
No.
My pick is CM Punk debuts. I mean, this match would have been fine in the middle of the card.
Really would have done, wouldn't it? How less hot it is than Rock Hogan or Austin Hall. The Triple H will tell you he was as big of a star than they were.
All the other WrestleManias, were they main evented up until this point by the top title?
Yeah, I think so.
See?
Well, but also I think that it's, Triple H will also be the person to make the argument along with Shawn Michaels that it should always be a singles match as well, never a triple threat.
Yeah.
Apart from when I want to be in a triple threat, then it's totally
or a
fine.
4-way.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Rock Hogan is what convinced McMahon to go, okay, when I feel like it. Yeah. Like Taker Michaels 2?
That is the main event.
Show? Yeah. Taker Roman?
Yeah. Well, Rock Cena. First one wasn't for the title.
What was a title match on that?
Jericho Punk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look what they did. Rock and Hogan.
Yeah.
Oh, 25 minutes, Luke.
We are 26 minutes and 20 seconds to be precise. And there is
16 minutes left.
16 minutes left of this.
I don't know what's worse. The pain of the wait for AEW or the pain of watching this match.
Yeah. It is boring. Trenton Brown said, a question popped into my head as this match was on. What's your guys' favourite version of The Rock's theme? Also, tomorrow's Rampage review isn't Ollie hijacking Tempest's feed yelling CM Punk to AEW confirmed. I'll be very sad.
I might join proceedings from home, maybe. I hadn't thought about that until just now.
It might have been your the written review. The written review that's in the news.
Oh, yeah. No, I won't be doing that. I'll be uploading my own immediate reaction one. I'll be sleeping.
What's your favourite version of The Rock's theme?
The down, down, and down one.
What, his heel one?
If you smell
What
the
Rock?
the 2000s babyface.
2000 babyface, yeah. Heavy on the drums. Benjamin Bailey, jam that jam. Sounds like the nightclub has finished its set. Peace at last. Keep on being awesome, guys. Bray Wyatt, do you realistically think we'll see him back on AEW or WWE this year?
Yeah, he's. I've been saying it ever since. I don't think anyone else has really pushed this. His non-compete clause expires just on the 29th or the 28th of October, which means he is available from the AEW Halloween edition of Rampage. Halloween would be that Sunday, Rampage is on the Friday.
Yeah.
2 years to the date that he had the Hell in a Cell with Seth.
Yeah.
No, it was when he won the title in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Then that's when you do it. So definitely, for me, AEW.
Tristan C said, "Hey boys, are we going to get to see the finale to the Rock Austin trilogy? If not, thoughts on that match? Also, you guys watching on a monitor or an 80-inch television, rich boys?" It's a pretty big TV, but it's not massive.
What is this? 40-inch maybe?
Maybe something like that.
And it's very wobbly.
But we have actually reviewed Rock Austin 3 on Patreon. We did WrestleMania 19 as one of our WrestleTalk Extra episodes. We go do a big deep dive into it on that.
It's a great match.
Great match. Charles Berg said, "Just imagine if the Chicago prize is actually Chicago native David Otunga. A nice pack of dogs with me for the weekend. Say hi to the dogs with me. Some yet to be reviewed. Hi Archie, hi Layla, hi Ginger, hi Penny, hi Donut, hi Snoop. Jam that jam."
Is David Otunga still with WWE? I think he is.
WWE.com. Superstars. Superstar.
Currently signed with WWE.
Is he really? He's assigned to the Raw brand, according to WWE.com.
I mean, he's not even with Jennifer Hudson anymore.
Need a lawyer? Call David Otunga, of course. Need someone beaten up? Well, call David Otunga for that too. After winning notoriety in the world of reality TV on VH1's I Love New York 2, Otunga began making headlines of his own on NXT's inaugural season. As anyone confronted with Otunga's impressive physique can testify, the competitor has had his fair share of brawn and good looks, but he backs these natural gifts with intelligence, all powered by a blue-chip Harvard Law School education. Otunga's brains and brawn served him well in equal measure as a foot soldier of the Nexus to the multi-time WWE Tag Team Champion, to pro bono legal counsel for Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and one-time General Manager of both Raw and SmackDown, John Laurinaitis. The suave superstar even lit up the big screen, cast as a police officer in the 2013 Halle Berry film The Call.
Just read that final paragraph. Last notable thing he did.
On April 11th, 2017, it was reported that Otunga was traded to the Raw brand for Byron Saxton as part of the 2017 WWE Superstar Shakeup. However, due to his acting career, he was replaced by Booker T on Raw for 6 weeks. Upon Otunga's return, Booker remained Raw color commentator, while Otunga became a pre-show panelist. He has occasionally appeared on commentary since.
Oh yeah, he's a pre-show guy, isn't he?
That 2017.
Yeah.
That's the last thing on his Wikipedia.
I mean, that's more than his WWE.com profile is. They said he was once in the Nexus 11 years ago.
Maybe he has just transferred to the law department, and he's like, let me take a look at those Twitch contracts. Yeah, I don't know what he's got on someone. How has he not been I don't want anyone to lose their jobs, but you look at the names that are getting released, and you're like, here's a guy who hasn't done anything for 4 years.
Well, he's on the pre-show.
They've got so many people they can put on the pre-show.
Stephen Corton, just tuning in. Why does it sound like you're in the back room of a John Wick nightclub? It's because we're above one. John Lindberg, happy you're back in the studio with so much going on. It's nice to hang out with friends I haven't met yet. Ollie, if you wear the Shazam t-shirt in a video again, I'll donate $20 to WrestleTalk and $25 to a charity of your choosing, Ghost That Busters.
I don't have that t-shirt anymore.
No, you donated that. You got rid of it, didn't you?
Didn't donate. Well, maybe I did donate it. Yeah, I don't throw away clothes.
Yeah.
I sign them and give them to fans.
And Jesse Paneer, I've been a fan of when it was just Luke and Ollie, and Luke was a special guest presenter. Love what you guys have done. My kids popped huge when she heard my name on the live stream. It's her birthday. I don't watch wrestling, but I never miss a podcast.
Weird.
Thank you so much.
You don't watch wrestling, yet you watch us. How did that happen?
Maybe it's a hard habit. It's a habit it's hard to break.
Yeah, but they never watched wrestling?
I mean, even when I wasn't really watching wrestling, like when I got out of university, and then like a couple of years later, I wasn't watching Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis, and I wasn't watching the pay-per-views either. I was still listening to Dave and Brian review the show.
Yeah, Solar Monster was mine. I'd still watch TNA though. And
I was
Ring of
watching
Honor.
TNA, yeah.
Jericho's mouth is sort of busted open on the teeth. He's in the walls in the middle of the ring.
How bored that crowd looks.
Yeah. God, look at that guy, bottom left.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get my toilet break out of the way.
Okay.
I reckon I can be back before the finish, at least.
You've got 10 minutes before the actual show itself, but I think you might be back before the finish. Is that what happened to the wall of t-shirts? The wall of t-shirts essentially burned down with the pigeon crab. Anything that was on that wall didn't make it. And a lot of those t-shirts were my own t-shirts. Like that Rollins, the Owens one, the Balor one. They were all my own t-shirts that I brought in to make up that set. Gone. Including a t-shirt I made for Ollie that had the Nia Jax tweeting him about his music video. We will be switching this stream over to a new stream. It's already in your subscription feed. The moderators will be posting up links for it as well. Yeah, we thought we would do it as two separate streams. We thought it would be easier that way. Oh, Stephanie's just shoved Earl. And now she's gone face-to-face with Triple H, just like apparently Cena and Roman are having a face-to-face on SmackDown. Pete, get excited. There's a lot of rematches, bud.
I've seen.
Well, this is something the crowd are popping for. Violence against women. Pedigree to Steph. Crowd actually came alive for that. Oh! Sickening thud there. 1, 2. Triple H still kicks out. Oosh. I'm very much ready for this match to be over, by the way. Oh, Triple H's got the pedigree. There's the pedigree. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
You literally were back just in time for the finish. Well, that was that main event, folks.
God, what's the rest of the show then? There's like 5 minutes left, isn't there?
Yeah, it's Triple H celebrating.
Oh, God.
Star rating guess?
2.
I'm going to say 2.5. 3 stars. Come on, Dave. You gave that the same as Rock Hogan. Dave Meltzer.
But the work. The in-ring work was was far more solid.
Yeah. The fans were filing out during this match, which hurt it a lot. Right, well, should we end this stream here?
Let's do it, Kane.
And so, guys, our moderators are posting links right now for our AEW Rampage live reactions. We will see you there very, very soon. We've just got to reframe this camera up because Pete's going to be watching with us, check out the sound and everything. But we will see you very, very soon. I've already signed off, but I realise I need to come over here and do some clicking around here.
Beer52.com/wrestle. Please, in the interim, go order yourself a free case of 10 craft beers. UK viewers only.
Jam that jam, everyone.